Turtle Gang. Hit that like button as you come in. It's Dolly. What is up, turtles? Good to see you. I see my red phone. Turtle Gang! We got some stuff to talk about tonight. Miss Leilani.
Do you know how it feels to be disconnected? Lurking in the shadows without being detected. I went to hell and back for a misperception. If you want to stay, let's get rid of the options.
What's up, Gene B? Pug Lady. Good to see you guys. Dollywood. So, Leilani, big trouble, huh? Pet Lolo for you. Number 143, victim. Hit that like button if you're just tuning in. $158. Let's get those likes up. I see 300 likes already. Okay. So what's up, guys? It's good to see all my beautiful turtles jumping into the room so quickly. Okay, so anyway, Leilani Simon, the mother of Quinton Simon. 19 charges brought down in an indictment on her ass. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, little baby Jesus. Thank you, big Jesus. And thank you, God. Okay? Because when I was in Georgia, I didn't think they were going to hit her with any of these charges. I really didn't. I honestly thought she was probably going to get away with a lot of this. And I just couldn't believe it. It blew my mind. Right? But now we're finding out Leilani ain't getting away with this, and she's in big, big trouble, okay? So today they had a little update presser from the DA. We're going to jump and watch that real quick, and then we're going to talk about more about this case and things like that. And Danny. Why ain't Danny in trouble? What about Paul? This baby was beat to death with them in the house. Okay? How you beat a baby to death and nobody in the house hear it? Who babysitted other kids while she went through that baby in the dumpster? There's some other people that should be in trouble. Okay? And I can't sleep good at night knowing that these people ain't in trouble when they should be in trouble too. It shouldn't just be Leilani and Billy Joe in jail. You know, everybody's saying she has 10 days, but it says she's on a no bond hold. That's awful weird, okay? I think there's some lying going on these internet streets about what's really going on with Billy Joe, okay? For one, because it don't make sense. And now we know the fate of Leilani, what they're going to run with, the prosecution, that she beat this baby to death. Okay? When I was looking at her little beady ass eyes, all cold, you know, I was thinking, you know, praying maybe there was an accident and this girl's just covering up. Tell us. But no, she beat this baby to death. Everybody in the neighborhood seen her beating on that baby. So it don't come as a shocker to me. I've been telling y'all from the very beginning. I talked with all the neighbors out there, and some people were telling me they seen her out there beating the kid, backhanding him in the street, busted his head open. All kinds of assaults these people watched take place on little Quinton Simon. Right? Complete justice. I want to see all of them in jail. I want to see all of them in jail. But let's jump over to this conference with the DA, and let's hear what they had to say for yourself. All right? Don't start buffering. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. The internet hates me. All right, we're going to pause that for a second. Give that a chance to load on up. Get right. I don't know what's going on. It's that time of day. I'm a little early. Usually my internet streams good late at night, early in the morning. When I try to stream when everybody's online, for some reason it wants to buffer. Okay? Justice for Quinton, that attorney. I'm not a fan of hers. So, she's going to get some time. She is getting some time. And like I said, they're going to end up hitting Billy Jawbone with some criminal child neglect charges also. It's coming.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you know, my name is Shalena Jones, and I am your Chatham County.
Okay, you are my Chatham County. Stop buffering. Hold on, let me change the resolution of this a little bit. See if it'll help it with the buffering situation. Man, I already got it on 480. Let's put it on 240. See if it'll play better. Might play worse. Who knows? Sometimes my internet likes to be crazy, and right now it's being shady. Why does it gotta do this to me? I want it to play this, and it's holding me up. All right, let's give it 1 second. Let's see if it loads on up. But they're saying basically, you know, in the indictment, that she lied, that she threw the baby away, that she did it at the Azalea Garden Trailer Court. Well, the Azalea Trailer Court. Just like I told y'all in the beginning, I said the word on the street is she threw that baby in the dumpster. Now, she lied because she said she threw other things away that was like regular household items. So she said she had threw stuff away. So, but what object did she beat the baby to death with? You know? Because they're saying with an object. So how, you know, with that baby being so gone for so long, how do they know how that baby died? Okay? So I remember when they found the baby, they did say they found some other evidence. So this damn video needs to load. It hates me. The internet hates me. It hates my face. I don't know. It was working perfectly fine. I sat here and watched videos, but as soon as I go to play one, oh hell no, it ain't gonna work. Let me close some of these windows and maybe that'll help. Just give me 1 second. Some of these things I don't need open. Let me just refresh this whole video. That might be the problem.
When you live with moderate to severe Crohn's disease.
All right, let's do this. Now it's playing. That's weird. I don't know why my computer does that. All right, let's back it up a little bit. Let me get it queued up for you guys. Oh, God. It was playing so fine. Now I'll try to queue it up. Now what's the buffer? This is turning into a nightmare. All right. Let me try it one more time. Let's start it right here.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And let me know if y'all can hear that.
Shalena Jones, and I am your chat.
Ah! The internet hates me, guys. It don't want me to play this. For some crazy, strange reason, this time of night, my internet wants to always act crazy. Very low. Okay, let me turn this up. Oh my God. Just a big buffering screen. Alright. We'll see when this comes back up. If everything loads up, I'll play it for you guys. If not, we'll open the phone lines, discuss the whole thing with Leilani, the 19 charges, you know, indictment. Lying, concealing the body. I don't know, you know, and what evidence they got she beat her to death. I'm thinking this, to be dead honest. Why is Danny getting a free pass? I believe Danny is going to testify against Leilani. I'm just thinking that's what's going to happen. Why will this not play? This is driving me nuts.
What's up, it's Cinnamon Shogun?
No. How the hell did that play? That's Crust Knucks. We ain't looking for Krusty Knuckles. Okay, we're looking for the press conference. Let me try opening this in a different web browser, because this is getting nuts. It won't even play it. Let me see if I can get it to play in something else. It's just straight buffering. Oh my Lord Jesus. Alright. Said that all along Danny being protected. Yeah, I think he's going to turn evidence, but here's the thing. He had to have known, right, that baby was being beat. And if she's hitting him with stuff, it ain't like that Billy Joe and Paul and everybody in that house didn't know. This baby was literally beat to death with people in the house. Danny in the house, Paul's in the house. To me, it's a bunch of bullshit. I think all these people should be in jail. To be dead honest. So, alright, let's try it.
I'm here today to discuss a matter that has captured the hearts and minds of many people across our community.
This is so not going to play for me, guys. Ah! Alright, let me jump back to this screen. I got it set at the lowest resolution. It's just buffering. But that's probably the case. Danny is going to turn state's evidence, right? And he's going to be the witness against her, saying that she beat him or hit him with something, and that he's seen this. That's the only thing it can be. I probably should have tried to do this stream late at night. It probably would have worked great. Please don't stress out about it, Dolly. I have seen it 3 times already. I know, but I was trying to play it so I could go over some of the key facts. I don't remember every single thing that they said. I didn't take notes like Paper Cut Tina, okay? But the whole thing about it was they didn't really mention Danny. They didn't want to answer questions about Danny. Why is that? Because he's going to be the witness. But here's the thing. Why not charge Paul with something? He was in the house too with his little smart-ass mouth. And Billy Joe being on the 10-day contempt of court. I mean, they all been lying. They all been lying to the police. They all been lying to the courts. Billy Joe been protecting Leilani. This is a whole bunch of horse shit right here. All right, hold on, Lolo. All right, let's see if it works.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Nope. Okay. It wasn't meant to be. Somebody send me maybe a different link. Lolo wants to come up here and say hi to everybody, apparently. Say hi, Lolo. Say hi to everybody. You got your little jacket on, I see. Oh, you let your paws out. Say hey to everybody. Say hey. Lolo says like the video, and she's glad Leilani's in jail with 19 charges, okay? She said she deserves 20. They should have used 20 charges because that's a good number, all right? That's what Lolo says anyway. All right, let's try it. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna play for me.
As you know, my name is Shalena Jones, and I am...
Ah! Selena Jones. Selena. Hello, Lolo. Yeah, Lolo's chilling. She's up here with me now. So let me pull up my Facebook real quick. Maybe I have a different link that will actually play. I don't know if it's just my internet buffering or if it's just that video doing that. So give me 1 second. Let me see. Anybody got a link to it? Hit me up on my Facebook. Hey, Jimmy, call me. Okay, Ricky, I got your message. I can't call you right this second. Okay. Let's see what this is. That's Leilani's mugshot. We're talking about the indictment. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, my internet's just running bad. So you might be experiencing a little bit of buffering. Just give it a few seconds. Let's see if it works itself out. This time of night, it seems to always mess up. But I will do is open up the phone lines for now. And then when I can get the videos to play, of course, we'll watch the videos. Let me make sure I'm opening up the right lines. Okay, the phone lines are now open. Let me know what you think about Leilani getting hit with the 19-count indictment. How many years you think this girl's going to get in prison? You know, it carries murder. It carries life. So she might end up going to prison for the rest of her life. You know, when I talked to Leilani and I said, girl, I'm going to write you. She said, are you going to write me here talking about the house? And in my mind, I was thinking, nah, girl, I'm going to write you in prison. Right? So I looked like I was right. She's going on her way. She's on a path to prison. Unless they start pointing the fingers at each other and things like that. But I think that's the reason Danny was allowed to leave. I think that's the reason Danny was so quiet is because he's going to be used. All right, let me see what this message is. Okay, I was just reading that message. Now, here's the bad thing. The person, the message about Cher, the channel, that woman that likes to take up for baby killers and things of that nature. She's been in their ear the whole time. And a lot of this trouble Billy Joe's in is probably because she's been listening to that woman. Okay? Why would you listen to some woman that looks like the damn crypt keeper from Canada? Okay? This is America. If you're going to listen to a crypt keeper, at least make sure it's American crypt keeper. Okay? That lady right there has done, from what, they're saying things that she had an earpiece in the court and all kinds of weird shit. A whole bunch of stuff that don't make sense. Okay? She's only in there for 10 days, but there's a no bond hold. Like, a lot of it don't make sense. Okay? Well, she went into court and she got contempt of court for what? And how do you get a phone and an earpiece into a court when you got to go through metal detectors and things of that nature? You couldn't do it here in this place I live. If you was able to get that stuff in, you could have got a gun in to kill the judge. Right? So I don't believe that she went up into the court with a phone and an earpiece and all that stuff that these people are saying. Something is going down. Something is going down. If it was just contempt of court, she would have a bond. Okay? Why is it contempt of court with no bond? How often do you get a contempt of court with no... Casey Glass, send it to me real quick on Facebook, please. If you could. The link I was trying to play just... My internet's buffering real bad. It's running real slow. And I don't know why, but it's just the time of night. Every kid in the neighborhood is probably playing Call of Duty or something right now. This is why I usually stream after midnight, because my internet works really good. It works really good early in the morning. You try to get on the internet in the evening time and stream, every time I go to play a video, it just wants to act up. It's weird. And I got the highest internet package you can get. The DA lady said BJ's contempt charge is still under investigation. That's what I'm saying. This lady thinks malice, felony, murder both carries life with or without parole or the death penalty. I think they charged her with both in case they can't prove intent for malice. They can still get a felony. You might be right. And you got to remember, they're going to charge her heavy, right? I think that says Darzilla. I think they're going to charge her heavy, hoping she cops to a lower plea, but still carries a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And she has a public defender, which means she don't really even have a lawyer. So she's going in there with a public defender. They're going to hit her with the heavier charges, hoping she pleads out to something below that. And then they're going to give her like life in prison. They might, I think she'll have the possibility of parole. I don't know if they're going to give her the death penalty. If she killed somebody else's kid, I think they'd give her the death penalty. But killing her kid, I don't know if they're going to give her the death penalty. Y'all got a big snowstorm coming. I sent it to you. Okay. All right, thank you. I'll see if this one will play, because it would not play for me for nothing.
Mac and cheese lovers rejoice. Dive into the...
All right. I gotta skip this ad. Unless y'all want to watch stuff on macaroni and cheese. All right, give me 1 second. Here we go.
As you know, my name is Shalena Jones, and I am your Chatham County District Attorney. I'm here today to
As loud as
discuss
it
a
gets.
matter that has captured the hearts and minds of many people across our community, across the state of Georgia, and across this nation. And that is the sad and untimely death of 2-year-old baby boy Quinton Simon.
Other indictments are coming. I
Over
hope
these
so.
past few weeks, there have been
Cotton.
photos and images that you might have seen of men and women hard at work, combing through heaps of trash, looking for just the smallest sign of what happened to baby Q, as he was affectionately known. When any person
Is it echoing for you guys, or is it playing fine? Because whatever this is, it's recorded on one channel. Does it sound okay out there for you guys? Everything sound good? I know there's a little delay. Let me know. Volume good? Okay.
particularly a child of tender years, is murdered, harmed,
Okay.
victimized, or goes missing in our community, it's a matter that calls our very humanity into question. These are the cases that keep us up at night.
That is right.
These are the cases that deserve justice. Before I begin, I would like to thank the fine members of law enforcement, particularly our Chatham County Police Department Police Chief, Chief Jeff Hadley. Thank you. If you'll join me here, I appreciate it. And to the rest of his team, particularly the lead investigator on this case, Detective Lemons. Chief, I want to thank you for the hard work and dedication that you devoted to this case from the very beginning.
Yes, ma'am.
Your department was boots on the ground, and you made this the highest priority for our county. You represented our county well, and we greatly appreciate it. To the men and women of the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, the GBI, the Department of Natural Resources, and every other, the FBI, of course, and every other law enforcement agency that devoted time, effort, and resources to searching for baby Quinton, we say thank you. These men and women worked very long hours, turning shifts for 6 weeks straight, working tirelessly and would not quit until Quinton's body was found.
Took them a
Were it
while,
not for
but
their
they found it.
tireless efforts, we would not have been able to take the first step on the long road to justice as we have today. I'm standing here before you because earlier this morning, the sworn and impaneled members of our Chatham County Grand Jury returned a 19-count indictment against the mother of Quinton Simon, that is defendant Leilani Simon. Defendant Simon is charged in the indictment with 1 count of malice murder for the intentional killing or death of her son, Quinton Simon.
Damn.
She is also charged in counts 2 and 3 with felony murder in the death of her son. She is charged also with 1 count of concealment of the death of another in this indictment. And that is followed by several counts of giving false statements during the course of a police investigation. As a
Leilani.
district attorney, I realize that this matter is really important to our community and also to the inquiring minds both here and beyond our community that want to know what happened to baby Quinton and how it happened. That curiosity is not lost on me. However, there's more evidence that may be revealed during the course of this investigation. And I say that to remind you all that this is an ongoing criminal investigation.
I was down to talk to my doctor about rubelsis.
Ask your healthcare provider about Rubelsis today.
Oh, Lord. What, they didn't put commercials all in this?
We are duty bound to preserve the judicial process by not making out-of-court statements about the case and by not releasing evidence in the case. I want you to know that this is not about hiding anything, and our goal is always to be transparent with the members of the public. However, it is very important that we preserve the sanctity
We want
of
to
the
know.
judicial process. It is very important that we do that so that the evidence in this case, if this case should go to trial, can be heard by jurors who are selected from this community, the jurors, the citizens, and the people who are most impacted by the untimely death of Quinton Simon. But not revealing this evidence also ensures that the criminal proceeding remain fair, just, untainted, and that this case is not tried in the court of public opinion, but is resolved in a court of law. What that means is that while this case is of grave importance to our office, and we will devote every resource to making sure that this case is properly handled from beginning to end, it also means that we will not be responding to any open records requests or media questions about the facts and underlying circumstances and the evidence of the case.
So
We
basically,
all
they ain't
know
telling us shit.
that justice takes time, but it should be swift and sure and fair. We appreciate the time and your time and patience with us in this matter as we continue to pursue justice for baby Quinton Simon and for the citizens of Chatham County. Thank you very much.
All right. 19 charges.
Are you taking questions?
Depends on what questions you have.
Maybe they have a chance we can get a copy of the indictment. Charges sealed.
The indictment has not been sealed as of yet.
The indictment is
that
out.
means that as of now, it is still a matter of public record. You can obtain a copy of that indictment from the office of the Superior Court Clerk. Yeah.
I know there's only so much you can release, but from the evidence that you've had a chance to look at, is there anything you can tell us that really stuck out to you? What was the most shocking to you just from a human point of view?
Well, I would generally say, not about this case, but in general, whenever we have a death of a child of tender years, in this case, as I said, Quinton Simon was 2 years old, that's something that is just going to stick in your mind. As a prosecutor, that's something that keeps me up at night, and that is what's going to...
Damn right. I like her. You know what I'm saying? This would be the same lady that prosecutes me. Okay? But I like her. You know, she's right. These are the things that keep you up at night.
keep me and the rest of this office pursuing justice in this case.
But Leilani Simon still hasn't petitioned to take her bond hearing to Superior Court. Is that something that surprises you, or is she where she needs to be?
Well, I think that would be a better question that's reserved for her defense counsel. I am not surprised by any moves that the defendants do and don't make. My job is to make sure that we stand ready to respond to whatever move they make, and so should she request a bond hearing, my office will be ready.
She'll be ready. She ain't getting no bond.
Can you share with us why Billy Joe was jailed?
Can you repeat the question?
Can you share with us why Billy Joe was jailed?
That's a separate legal matter that's still under investigation. I'm not at liberty to discuss that matter at this time.
And you may not.
Okay, so see, Billy Joe's in jail for something serious. That ain't no, she just did something at the court. She said that's another legal matter that's still under investigation. Okay? So all these hate channels and these Dolly don't know what he's talking about. Well, what, does this DA not know what she's talking about either? She just said she's jailed and it's still an open investigation what she's jailed for. Okay? So that tells you right there that that whole earpiece shit is bullshit and these channels be lying to you. You're just tuning in, make sure you like the video. The only person who won't lie to you is Dolly. Okay? I try not to. I might tell you some shit I don't know that's wrong, but I don't purposely lie. But these channels out there just lying their asses off.
May not be able to answer this
Total gang.
either, but will result in the contempt charges for this.
All right, commercial.
Smoking cannabis in public? Yes.
What's the question?
What resulted in the contempt charges?
Are you asking what caused the contempt?
Yeah.
Again, that's a separate legal matter. I'm not at liberty to discuss that at this time.
In your course of prosecution here, you have 3 murder charges for 1 victim. Can you talk about it, just explain to the general public why that happens, the difference in malice murder and the 2 counts of felony murder?
Prosecutors often develop different theories of a case and how a murder may or may not have occurred. It is not uncommon for us in murder cases, and you'll see this in our other indictment.
Yes, Billy Joe was going down. I believe that.
To charge murder in a number of different ways. And as I said, as the evidence continues to evolve in this case and we get closer to trial, should we get there, we'll have more information about if any additional murder charges need to be filed or if they need to be changed in any way.
You say you're still gathering evidence. Talk about the confidence you have in the evidence that you have right now.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't be standing here before you if I wasn't confident about the evidence that we have. We have more than sufficient evidence to bring the charges, and that's why we presented this case to grand jury. They actually believed us. They returned a true bill on the indictment. We're confident about that. But what makes me even more confident is that I get to rely on the hard work and evidence and investigation of Chief Hadley, his team, our law enforcement agencies. They collected copious amounts of evidence, and because of their fine investigative work, I feel very confident that we are about the position that we're in today.
You spoke to the...
Okay, so they say they think they got it. They think they got this locked in. And if they that confident, Leilani's going to prison for the rest of her life. All right? Now it's about getting Billy Joe good 10 years up in there for felony child neglect. And while we at it, we might as well lock Paul up because he was there while this shit was going on. Everybody that was in that house needs to be in jail. The only reason Danny ain't probably in jail is because he's telling it all. Danny snitching like a child. I don't blame him. But you did sit around, that dude did sit around and watch that baby be beat. He knew what was going down. He knew what happened. You know? That's why you don't see no charges. That's why they're not answering no questions on Danny. Because this lady's smiling because Danny talking like a canary. Okay? Look at that smile on this lady's face. She knows they going to jail. I hope she don't smile at me like that when she sees me. Okay? I hope she got a different look. Right? I'm a lot nicer, lady. If you're watching this, Dolly a good dude. Don't lock me up. You know what I'm saying? Good job on Leilani. I'm super confident in you. Like, I love her smile. Like, she's like, yeah, I got this, bitch. Now, I respect that, okay? Like, I just don't want to see that when you look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got you. Just give me a different look, okay? And we good. Give me a little wink. We be all right, okay? That look right there is straight up you going to prison for the rest of your life, woman. Right? You need to send, I'm going to send that picture to Leilani. That smile this lady got on her face, that shit is evil. That is, I got you. You ain't going nowhere. You go try to get a bond. My office will be ready. I'm confident in this woman. You don't want, oh Lord. Oh Lord. She done got the DA, a southern black woman. You are done. You are done, Leilani. You are done. I'm scared now. I'm scared. Okay? That smile right there is scary as shit. Alright? If she looks over at Dolly and does that shit, I'm done. I'm done right then. Somebody call them. Somebody dig up Johnny Cochran. I'm going to need something to battle this lady. She looks hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? She probably got one set of pearls on for everybody she put on death row. Okay? She's like, yeah, I'm up to like 17. You know what I'm saying? Look at that smile. That's wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's wicked. Somebody send that to him. Right? This is what the prosecutor looks like. Smiling. As she talks about your charges.
Hard work of Chief Hadley and law enforcement in this case. And I know Chief Hadley told us multiple times that he didn't want to stand before us months later talking about flaws in the investigation and how that's impacted the case. Can you just speak to how the efforts of law enforcement have helped make this case, have helped make you confident in the evidence of this case so far?
Well, I would say that the evidence that was produced by law enforcement, the good thing is that we had a number of different law enforcement agencies coming together and pooling their information and resources. I am very proud of the work of the detective, the lead detective on this case, who was...
send her some pearls and be like, look, this case is stupid. Could you just dismiss it and we call it even? I don't know. That's bribery or something. I ain't trying to bribe the DA, you know. She seems like a nice woman. I didn't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't keeping her up at night. Leilani was keeping her up at night. You heard her say that. These are things that keep her up at night. I don't think she stays up at night worried about bullhorns, okay? Just to be honest.
Absolutely solid from beginning to end. And, you know, that's something that you pick up when you're a prosecutor and examining evidence and case files and working with detectives. Also, we have one of our top-notch prosecutors. All of our prosecutors in this office are top-notch, but we have one of our top-notch prosecutors who special.
Can I get one that ain't top-notch? Can I get one that's lower down the line, like a rookie? Can I get a prosecutor that, you know, is in a great mood and, you know, ain't the best? You know what I'm saying? My luck, she's going to walk into the court. You know what I'm saying? With Chief Hadley with her. I'm just going to be like, take me. Hope the food's good.
Specializes in these kinds of cases and crimes against children, who reviewed the case day and night. So, you know, those kinds of things build our confidence in moving forward with the charge.
Do we have any information or update information about the boyfriend who was home at the time?
We have information about that, but again, that's not anything that I'm going to reveal right now, as I can't talk about the underlying facts and circumstances. I'm sorry, I wish I could. I know you want to know. But out of respect for the judicial process, I kind of have to keep my word on that. And also, I'd like to keep my bar license. So I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you for coming out this afternoon. We will continue to keep you posted as necessary. Thank you, and thank you to the citizens of Chatham County. Good afternoon.
Okay. There you have it. Now, this lady seems pretty confident that Leilani is going to prison for the rest of her life. Now, she seems like she's a pretty smart woman. She says she's confident in the stuff they have. And, you know, I still think there should be some other people charged in this. Like Paul was there. Who babysitted the other kids, while Leilani went and threw Quinton in the trash? Paul did. Or Danny did. See, that's where we get in it. But Danny went to work, but Paul didn't. So there was other people in the house. And if she took an object, like they're saying, and she beat that baby to death, how did he not hear it? Like, when we get into stuff like that, like the roommates in the house, how do they not hear the Idaho 4 getting killed? You know what I'm saying? How all these people in the house but don't never hear none? Welcome to the Murder Crew, DD. It seems a little odd to me. We're going to open up the phone lines. If my mods could post the number in the chat to the phone lines, would be cool. And let me refresh it. Let me know what y'all think about the indictment coming down on Leilani. Do you think Billy Joe is going to get hit with some more charges? Because they said it's an active investigation. It's, you know, that's all they said on her stuff. Because she couldn't speak on it. So I think they're in some trouble. And they need, like I said, Paul, I'd be scared if I was you, man. I'd be scared. Because this information is coming out. You knew. You were in that crib. Whoever was in that house that day needs their ass in jail. Danny needs to be in jail too, but the only reason he ain't is he's talking. Okay? I think Billy Joe, you knew that lady beat on that kid and you left her with her, right? You neglected that child. Felony child neglect. Let's see you sit there for 10 years. Paul, you listened to that baby get beat to death. Maybe you should sit in prison 10 years with your little thank you badass self. Dolly.
They're all going down. The whole house is going down.
The whole house.
It's Dolly.
Dolly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank God. You know, I was watching Justin and freaking dude when they brought that up at the beginning. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't cry, man, but I dropped some tears on that one.
Did you? I wonder what she hit him with. They don't really state, you know, they don't go into blunt force trauma or nothing, but it just says, you know, an object. I wonder what the object was.
Just the saddest shit you can freaking hear.
Yeah, they better keep
I mean,
her
that's
on,
some dog kicking shit.
they better
That's
keep her in
terrible
PC.
shit.
They better keep her in PC because, other inmates, man, in there might do something bad to her. Leilani might,
Oh my God, bro.
she might be in a little danger in that place.
I'm telling you, man. Freaking
and that didn't seem
the mom
like,
was there, bro.
Jail.
The mom was there. I'm
That ain't
telling
the
you, they got
nicest
that
jail to be
freaking
in.
huh?
That ain't the nicest jail to be in. I've been in a lot nicer jails. I can tell you that. That's a bad jail. Chatham County
That's
got
the
a bad
reason why
jail.
she had that suicide vest on. I'm telling you what, man.
That's
she
Billy
knows
Joe.
she's going down.
Yeah, she knows
She
she's going
knows
down.
she's going down.
Yeah, there were some
And
rumors
that's
coming
why
out from
she's
other
like, dude, my
channels
life's
that they were
over.
talking about killing themselves and I didn't want to say that,
Yep.
but all unlifing or whatever stuff like
But
that.
all of them, though, you're right, man. I mean,
So she's
Billy
on suicide
Joe.
watch.
She was there,
That's
dude.
why
I'm
she's
telling you, man.
She's in the turtle suit.
They got the pings. She was there. She sprinted away. I wasn't there, but she was there, and they got that. Dude, she's not getting out. I'm calling it. She's not getting out.
we know
And
she
you're
ain't
right,
getting- she
man.
ain't getting
Freaking the stepdad, he should go down too, man. He was there. The whole
No,
thing,
the
they were
stepdad,
all there.
I think he was out of town at work. So was Billy Joe. Because in
You
the
said
interview,
what now?
I think Billy Joe and the her old man were out of town working.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, they were out of town working. So the only people left in the house was Leilani, Danny, and Paul.
Yeah, but you can't like
Michael
the
came in
ping,
later.
man. It's all about the ping.
It's all
Whose
about
cell
the
phone
ping.
was where? Yeah.
Well, they knew she threw
So,
the
I mean,
baby
if-
away
if-
in the dumpster. They said that.
That whole morning thing is all bullshit. That story is bullshit. It happened the day before, maybe after the babysitter dropped them off. It happened that day, and there was some shit going down at that house, yelling and screaming and shit. So they're freaking all like going, "What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do it?" And freaking, it's like, dude, and Lonnie's in there freaking like narking, and everybody's narking on each other. It's a big narc fest. So freaking, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Love you, Dolly.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Okay, that was 3 Dave. Now, I don't know what they can tell on each other for because, like Billy Joe won't there. But I do think she is guilty of criminal child neglect. She left that kid in the care of somebody the court took from. And with that, that's what child neglect is. You knew that this kid was in danger if you left her with this girl, but you left her with the girl anyway. You guilty as shit. And you get up in jail talking about you're going to kill yourself. They're going to strip you naked. They're going to put you in that little outfit that you in. They're going to throw you in a cell. And they're going to watch you. So you can't do that. They're not going to allow you to do that inside the jail. They're not going to let you unlife yourself or hurt yourself. They're going to try their best not to let you do it. Still happens sometimes, right? We seen that with that one dude that slipped on a banana peel and died in jail. But sometimes it happens. But they're going to do their best. But you ain't high profile like that. So you ain't slipping on a banana peel. You're just going to sit there and rot. Okay? You're going to be like a rotten banana. You're just going to sit there and rot. 10 days in solitary is a lot because you're going to be by yourself because they ain't going to put you around other inmates if you're trying to hurt yourself. Dolly. Hello.
Hi, Wally.
Hey.
Hey, it's Rachel again from New York. How are you?
Hey, Rachel. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to get the iPhone link for people. Let me post this iPhone link. How you doing?
Oh, okay. Good. Well, I'm glad that this came out today. One thing that people, when they want to stick up for Billy Joe, they need to listen to that conversation that she had with Leilani's baby dad, Quinton's dad, and see how remorseless she sounded. Because that, to me, I feel bad for her, but then I remember that conversation, and she's just like so nonchalant and inhumane about what happened to Quinton. Or what she thinks even happened to Quinton.
Yeah,
so.
It's all for attention. She was doing it for attention. She was seeking attention. That's why she was doing the whole share thing and putting herself on YouTube and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She has some problems. Billy Joe has some problems herself.
Yes, she does. And I feel like she just, this how this affects her is why she really cries. I don't think it has anything to do with poor Quinton.
All right, that is the link to join on iPhones, guys. I just posted. I'll pin it at the top so you can become a member. Yeah, I don't think she cares about the baby either. I think she cares about herself.
That's exactly it. People need to, when they start feeling bad for her, need to listen to that conversation when she talked to Quinton's dad. How she's just like, oh, do you know how it gets when you're high? No, nobody should know. No one should be that high.
Yeah,
They're a criminal before they're high.
Yeah,
if that's
nobody should know how it is to get cracked out their mind. You know,
right.
Most people don't do that.
Exactly. I grew up where a town of crackheads, and let me tell you, they're just guilty of screaming at the sky at frickin' most of them. Okay, anyway, we're just screaming at the sky at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that doesn't make them baby killers.
Yeah,
they weren't allowed to have their kids.
She's gonna lose everything she got. She's gonna end up losing everything she got, and she knew that too. We were telling her that. We're like, you're gonna lose everything you got, and she's gonna do that behind protecting Leilani.
Exactly.
Right, your
and
daughter
it's her
everything.
fault.
She was a train wreck. You can't jump in front of a train wreck and think you're gonna stop it.
Yep, exactly. I want, people to, not feel bad for her and let her burn. And I don't know if you played the end of the conversation with the prosecutor.
I don't feel sorry for her because,
No?
one thing, when that baby was in the landfill, they were out Tybee Beach taking shots, smoking crack and shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care that baby was dead. They were out partying.
Exactly. She had so many chances to do her part, and she didn't. What was she standing up for? Evil is evil, toxic is toxic. I don't care if that was your daughter. I would have thrown my daughter on the bus in 2 seconds. I'm like, there's got to be a boundary there. Got to be boundary set.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, like if you really loved your grandchild, you would have done something. But you didn't. You knew she did it, and you allowed her. You didn't get her out your house. You were still constantly protecting her all the way down till you ended up in jail.
And it is obvious, you're right, it's obvious that she never bonded with Quinton either, because no grandmother would act like that.
Yeah.
And my mother, she doesn't have a relationship with any of my daughters, and that's fine, I keep her away. I'm like, you know what, I don't trust you. You don't have a relationship. You don't care about my kids. I don't trust you. And nobody cared about the kids in this situation. And like I said before, did you watch the end of that video with the prosecutor, that very last one where she states she doesn't want to lose her bar license?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. One thing is, it's lucky it's just Quinton and it wasn't all 3 of these kids. Lucky, just luck that she didn't take it out on all these kids, and we're not, it's not a triple thing like that. You know what I'm saying? She just hated this one kid, which is so odd for a mother. I would.
It would
think.
Eventually been all of them.
That's what I think. I'm surprised it wasn't all the kids.
What do you think that she was inflicting pain on Quinton? Do you think it could have been like a tase gun or like one of those handheld stun guns or anything?
I don't know what she was doing, but whoever was in the house, they had to know she was beating on that kid and abusing that kid. Danny had to know. Paul had to know. Billy Joe definitely knew. The babysitter knew. The babysitter's kids knew. The neighbors knew. And the thing about the neighbors is they should have shut the hell up. They knew what was going on. The fireman probably knew what was going on. That's why he's the one never said nothing. Cause he knew. He was like, man,
my neighbors are doing
shit. I don't blame him. He was the chillest dude out there. He was like, I ain't in it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They baby killers,
really?
Y'all do whatever, but as long as y'all don't block my driveway, I mean, you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that shit was wrong. That's why he never bitched or complained about anybody out there screaming.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it boils down to they were intimidated by the adults in the house. And I've had neighbors like that go around and, run people over with their car, jumped people, get in your face. You just don't even want to cross them.
Yeah.
It's just because you want to live your life comfortably at your home.
And, you look at their friends that were trying to run us over while we were out there and shit like this. Look at it now. It's a fact. She is a baby killer. So they were taking their anger out on the wrong people. You shouldn't have been taking anger out on the
guys were docile.
Yeah, they should have focused their anger on Leilani, but they were too worried about protecting that girl. And I'm so surprised she didn't run. She had every opportunity in this world to run, and she didn't.
It's because her narcissism and her thinks she did nothing wrong.
I know. I can't believe it. I would have been in Tijuana sipping margarita. They'd been extraditing me back from somewhere right now. You know what I'm saying? For some charges like that. I ain't talking about no misdemeanor grabbing a bullhorn charge, but I'm talking about some charges like that. You better get Dog the Bounty Hunter on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to come find me. I'm fuck this. You know what I'm saying? But I would never do nothing like that either. So I would never have to worry about nothing like that.
Right, and this is the girl that stole change out of a neighbor's camper, so she don't have the means to flee. But you see that she's trying to blame Danny now too, or in the charges that she tried to say Danny was the one going to.
You don't need money.
Well,
if she wanted
I don't know how many.
She could have got away. Leilani's she ain't an ugly girl. Yeah, there's somebody out there that would have helped her. I'm sure of it.
Well, that might have been her last option. I'm sure she could have. Absolutely, I agree with you. But I think there's no way in hell I think she knows deep down she wouldn't have gotten far regardless. She made herself look. She'll make herself look more guilty by fleeing.
Well, she looks. How can you look any more guilty than she looks? Did you see her in the?
I don't know what she was.
Did you see her in the front yard when she was going "Justice for Quinn"? And like her mama had to tell her how to do it. Like that shit is so bad. Her mom was like, "Say justice for Quinton. Say justice for Quinton." You gotta tell her to say it, knowing she did it. You know, it's like, and why would you be out there? Why would you come sit in the front yard? Why would you even put yourself through that? You got Cher telling you shit. Don't you know? Oh my God. Oh my God.
There's just the lack of empathy that comes with being a narcissist is truly what scares me, because empathy is not a science or new agey thing. I'm sorry. It's more of a science thing. Lack of empathy shows in the brain. And those people are unable of feeling it. They don't care. They act on their response or how they feel. They act on their emotions. They don't fear consequences. And to me, somebody who does not fear consequences are the scariest people to be around.
Leilani didn't give a damn. You see her mugshot? That's what she looks like when she ain't in jail. Okay? That's the exact same look she had on her face when I was talking to her. She didn't look no different. She didn't look depressed. She didn't look sad to be in jail. She didn't have that shock look like I do every time I'm in jail. Look all crazy, hair all fucked up, right? She didn't have none of that. She was just the same cold, beady stare that she don't care. She does not care. She knew when she killed that baby she was going to prison and didn't care. She just don't care.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't care. She can't feel. She can't feel for she.
And
she
whose
doesn't
fault
think
is
about,
that though? Is it? Do we go back to Billy Joe and blame that on Billy Joe that you made your daughter so fucking cold of a person?
I believe that plays a role, but I don't believe real narcissism, or I don't think you can learn empathy. Empathy can't be taught in those situations. It's impossible for them. Look it up. The empathy in your brain, the lack of empathy. What are you going to do about it? All those people need to be sent to an island to go kill each other out, because they're not going to ever change.
That's a little brutal, a little barbaric. You know what I'm saying?
But they can't be rehabilitated. It's just not physically possible.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of emotion from her, but anger. Like she was either like denial.
That's all they show.
Anger.
I have, we were talking last night. My daughter's father is a CEO, and he is very much a narcissist. And the only emotion I've ever seen from him is anger, and only when he's about to be caught in something, exposed, or when he loses control. And those are like the three main triggers. And you won't see nothing else. I never felt loved. He was never, I never felt much from him. But the only emotion was anger.
That's the closest I think I've ever been to a real cold-blooded murderer.
It's chilling, isn't it?
It is now. When it all comes out, I'm like, damn. She was like, what if she would have ran up and stabbed me in the neck? She's already a killer.
There's nothing saying that she wouldn't have either. There wouldn't be no warning.
They might pick up something and hit you with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like do it in pure daylight. I wonder if she did like PCP or anything.
I think their drug of choice is crack cocaine.
I just can't see cocaine being that fault for that. I mean, I know people get crazy.
Heroin. They did both, from what I'm hearing.
I mean, I guess there was a guy that lived in my town that stabbed this girl to death and split her 5-year-old daughter. I don't want to say details, okay? It was dirty and nasty, and they blamed heroin for that. I'm just like, don't heroin addicts fall asleep? I could be 100% wrong, but I know PCP is what causes people to like put their children in the oven and do all these crazy things.
Yeah, I think she was just violent towards the kid all the time, and that's why that kid had bruises all over him. There's no denying them bruises that kid had on him. And, you know, the neighbors, what the kids across the street seen and what the babysitter seen. And there's people out there, I've really watched channels bash this babysitter. I think this babysitter ain't been nothing but good. She was the only good thing in that kid's life. Everybody should unsub them channels. I swear, these people that attacked that damn babysitter, this was the only lady that cared on that street about this little boy. That's it, Diana.
I know.
Diana was the only
Audacity.
thing that little boy had, right? And the people that are up here talking bad about that Diana's full of shit, and there's channels, right? They're roaches. They're absolutely roaches. That lady is a good lady. She did what she could for that kid, and I wish she could have did more. But look what she was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I know. I can't believe she's not been more uplifted.
Yeah, yeah, and so prayers for her and her family, and you know, because they had to deal with these people making threats towards them, and they live right there across the street from them. So you know, at least right now, Diana and her kids, they don't got to be scared. You know, they ain't got to be scared of Billy Joe busting up in the house. They ain't got to be scared of Leilani killing them. You know what I'm saying? That little girl, her daughter knew Leilani was a killer. She knew, and she was a kid. You know, when kids know you're a killer, you a damn killer.
It goes back down to that lack of empathy. You feel that shit, especially when you're a more empathic person. And people who are empaths, it shows in their brain that they have too much of that empathic molecule.
And you notice,
and people could smell it out.
Did you notice in that Brett Bufferton interview that they played some audio? And she was like, they started coming saying, yeah, we recorded stuff. And Billy Joe knew we were recording it. Remember, I told y'all that in the very beginning. I said, look, there's conversations that have been recorded.
You said by younger kids,
by
too.
Younger
that
kids.
Were smart. I remember you saying that.
Okay. Them younger kids were, I didn't want to say it was Diana's kids. You know what I'm saying? But the girl was smart enough to record everything. I knew that from the Jump Street. She told me. The little kid came out, was really cool. I sat there and talked with her. But I didn't want to give out any information, you know, that anybody's telling me things. You know what I'm saying? Or where I'm getting information from.
Because then they're going to be a target for their bashing Billy Joe and them.
I knew these audio existed. You know, I knew they were there. I just didn't want to.
So you knew that side of her.
Yeah, I knew it was true because of how honest the people were that were telling me it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got somebody that has an agenda giving you the information. You got, you know, people that ain't lying. You can just tell the person's not lying. And she's like, not only that,
you can tell she's so sweet.
I recorded it. And you're like, okay, boom. And I told the kid, I was like, one day you're going to be the greatest YouTuber there is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think
you
to
have
do
a
that.
bright future. You have a bright future. But
yes,
you do. When shit goes crazy,
it.
the best friend you can have is a camera.
Yep.
Okay.
Record.
Yeah.
They were probably so taken aback by the ugliness and dark cloud over that family that they didn't know how to do it, but they probably felt so intimidated. It's right in their backyard pretty much.
No,
they're probably so shocked that somebody could behave this way.
Witnessed Leilani beat the shit out of that kid. She witnessed it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And in the very beginning, I knew this. In the very, very beginning. That's why
I know you did. I was thinking about that.
That's how I just knew. I just knew, right? Like I couldn't know no more because of the information I had been given. And I just couldn't. I was like, wow. And the girl had the proof of it and all these things. And I was just like, but the only reason
and then you have the combination of her being a cold bitch in your face as well.
You know, I did mention it. I just didn't give all the information because it's a kid. You know, you're dealing with kids and people in the neighborhood that ain't adults, and I just didn't want to put out shit like that. I didn't want people mad at them. I didn't want people living on the same street fighting with each other. So I withheld some of it.
Especially as sweet as that family is.
I withheld some of it, just, because I didn't want to be up here talking about kids. So, but
Well, you were right in doing that, because it could have caused so much. Even if it was a positive thing that they recorded, they would have felt the burn from the public somehow.
well, yeah. Now
even
I can talk
though
about it because Brett Bufferton put the videos out with the audio.
Yeah, he was
Everybody
first.
knows that we're recording now, so it ain't a real big deal. So,
Right.
But yeah, I just kept that to myself. But I kind of was dropping little hints of it that I didn't go into the stuff about, the stuff that happened in the pool. Right, there were some things that happened in the pool. There was so many stories I heard of.
Do you know why
her
they
abusing
drained the
this
pool,
kid.
by the way? Did you ever figure that out? Because I think it's because I know when divers go missing in like small caves that they're able to test the water if there was like a what do you call it, cadabra, in the water. And I was wondering if that's why they drained the pool, if you ever were told why they drained the pool.
I don't know. I heard the pool was so dirty that it was green. Okay? And that the kids would literally pour bleach into it and then wait 10 minutes and then jump into the pool. And swim
That's
around
healthy.
it. Yeah, that's terrible, ain't it?
Oh my God. No.
So
That's insane. Though. I'm glad that as soon as they started, the Brett started talking and showed the video and all that, and the recording, I remembered you and Betty talking about that, and I'm like, that's what Dolly was talking about.
Yeah. All right, look.
I'm glad you documented that.
Hey, Lolo, calm down. Calm down. Lolo's vicious.
I'll give somebody else a chance to get up and talk. I just really, I have a lot of questions, but I'm very happy. And again, I found out and I saw that the prosecutor mentioned that in one of the charges that she tried to say Danny was the one, just like she tried to blame Quinton's father for her crime. And I wonder what she meant.
Leilani was trying to blame Danny for it.
That's insane.
Cher
What a
was trying to blame Danny for it.
No one's going to believe her narcissistic ass.
I do believe Danny's a witness to it, but I don't believe Danny killed that baby.
I'm wondering, is that what the prosecutor meant when she was grinning and said, I don't want to lose my bar license? I want to know what she was thinking, because her smile said a lot.
That smile said you're going to prison forever.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I can only hope, and I want to see Leilani show emotion, but that's not going to happen.
She ain't.
I just want to see her burn at this point.
When they give her life in prison, she won't even shed a tear.
I know, but hopefully she talks and admits.
I think maybe she got to a point to where she didn't care if she killed him, and she don't care about her life.
Well, that's true, but at the end of the day, hopefully, with this horrible tragedy, we can learn from this as a community and identifying those personality types, just like they do with serial killers. We need to identify the personality types of people who abuse their children and are going to eventually cause them harm, and maybe she can be studied or something good can come out of this.
Yeah, I met cold, distant people before, like that seemed cold and distant, like Leilani did to me, but I ain't never met one that was a killer. That was, you would think killers would be cold, but she is really she's cold. Like she don't, like I said, she just don't have very much emotion.
It's a common denominator with a lot of these people, a lot of these criminals that commit this kind of act. It's the common denominator is the lack of empathy. That's really what boils down to it.
Yeah.
And it's scary. It's chilling. And I know because I know a lot about this stuff because I unfortunately dated one. And I'm like, I need to know why I feel crazy for having any type of emotion.
The only one
being made to be crazy
that I thought had any emotion in it was Michael. That's it. The only one.
He didn't show himself a lot.
He would come out there. At one point, I thought he was going to cry. I was talking crazy stuff to him, like, how can you be behind this? You know what I'm saying? And he looked like he was about to cry. I can honestly say he showed emotion. You know what I'm saying? He was as a man, he was about to cry. You could tell he was fighting it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just steadily on him. trying to break him down, but he showed emotion. You could see he was physically upset.
Oh, he's not blood related to her, right?
I don't know, but
He's
he got
kinda forced.
upset. I know he got upset. He was the only one there. Billy Joe never showed emotion like that, but anger. Leilani never showed nothing but anger. But Billy Joe, I think, is bipolar. She's mad one minute and then
bipolar
she ain't.
people are confusing.
Yeah,
right. They can be very confusing when it's severe and untreated. You don't know how to read them.
I honestly believe she has some severe bipolarness. Right, because one minute
Severe?
she was right up in my face, severe, like she was going to hit me.
Oh, severe.
And then the next minute she's like, "Thank you for the balloons, Dolly." When I was putting up the green stars down the damn.
Because she wants you on her side.
But she was like, "Thank you. You can come up here and sit down if you want." And I was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't walking up here. Y'all might shoot me, put me in jail, something crazy." You know what I'm saying? So I
It's a
just stood
setup.
there.
Oh,
I
hell
sat
no.
out there and talked to him, but that's crazy. It's just one of the craziest experiences I think I've ever experienced in my life.
It was crazy watching it, so I can't imagine what it was like. I cannot imagine. I wouldn't have been able to have any self-control.
It won't be one I forget for a long time. I can tell you that. I might take that one to the grave with me.
Well, just as long as you, are another minute wiser from it, you learn something from it. And being in the presence of a cold-hearted killer and a narcissist, I'm sure you'll be able to identify that personality, have you come across it again in your life, and avoid it.
I know.
And
I've come
avoid
across
it.
a lot of situations where I'm dealing with a lot of bad people, and maybe I will be able to spot it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I get around somebody like Leilani again, that's going to be my first thing.
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
You will. Once you experience that, like you could smell it out, and it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to smell through that, and it's a way to preserve your own safety.
At some points, I was just there sitting there watching them. Just sitting there watching them, like, this is, like, this is crazy. It's crazy. But I knew too that she had killed this baby, and I'm just watching them sit out there in the yard in their damn chairs, thinking this is unbelievable. This is internet crazy.
I can't believe it.
Even for the internet, it's crazy.
Yeah. Even if she was out there because a sheriff told her to go out there, she shouldn't have done it. I mean, it was so obvious. She's sitting there, her mom's hysterical, and she just literally, and I remember, what was it, Queen something? He was on there with Sharon. He said, I don't care. If she did it, she belongs under the jail. And I looked at Leilani's reaction, and she did not even flinch, she didn't even.
When the crazy thing was I was like, Leilani, I'm going to write you. And she said, are you going to write me here? Like at her house. Like, I think in her mind, she didn't even realize she was going to prison. And then I was thinking in my mind, I'm writing you in prison.
Yeah, she's like, she literally loved that was going in her favor.
The sign was funny, though, because when she seen the sign, the first time she read the sign, she read it wrong because she smiled. And then you seen she read it right. Like she reread it. And then she went and flicked me off. I was like, oh, she read it right that time. She read the sign.
Well, I'm glad you didn't wind up sending her soap.
Look, but that's what got her talking to me. Because at first she wasn't saying nothing to me. She kept ducking behind the fence. Right? She wouldn't even say nothing. She wasn't even holding no conversation. And until the sign. After the sign, she smiled, and then she read it again, and she was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, I don't mess with you. She was like, I don't F with you or something. But it got her out there talking, so it worked.
Yeah, and you're not a very intimidating person. Neither is Betty, because you could see anybody that has a heart can feel another person that has a heart.
Funny shit, like, I ain't gonna put money on your books, Leilani. You better come out here. You better come give me a hug. I'm gonna write you. I was just saying stupid stuff, just playing, but it is what it is.
That's how you get people to let their guard down.
Yeah, she started talking to me. She answered all my questions and everything.
I remember, and I was like, what's Dolly's motive here? And I was trying to figure it out. And I'm like, well, I guess it's better than the share approach. He's probably trying to get her to let her guard down. See, I'm cool.
Make you laugh. Make you comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you have to do.
But you know, they had Cher in the ear, was their worst thing they could have done. Worst. The best thing they could have done was never came out that house. Never said nothing.
And
then it would have been no big internet spectacle. We would have been down there 2 days, videotaped the house for a few minutes, and left. The more they came out, the more it played into the YouTube's favor, and that's what kept the shit going. Cher,
and that's what made it so bizarre.
Yeah, and they just listened to the wrong person. If they would have just buckled down and not came out, paid no attention to the YouTubers or no attention to the people would have went away. The more they, but
and
they
what's
didn't
weird
want
is
people.
Billy
They
Joe,
didn't want people to go away though. They wanted the attention. They were playing into it. That's why they put up the lights, the strobe lights, the music. They were having a good time with it. They were twerking. She was
right?
twerking
What made them feel like they could push back? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. And Billy Joe claims she followed Cher during the Summer Wells thing. If she knew what Cher was like, what kind of person Cher was, I wonder what made her dumbass think that this was going to work.
Well, you know, Billy Joe wanted attention. Think about it, if you're a person, you don't get much attention. And then all of a sudden, you got thousands and thousands of people watching you. She wanted that. You know what I'm saying? She wanted that.
She wanted to be able to tell what, you know, her side. I don't believe it, but I think she wanted to have like a real chance at people to hear her out. But I don't care what she was trying to do. I heard that phone call when she talked to Quinton Simon's father, and that's what did it for me. She was trying to downplay it in every way.
She was trying to blame everybody but her daughter.
Yeah, you know, just trying to blame it on the drugs. Bullshit. The drugs didn't kill Quinton. You know, that has nothing to do with it. I grew up in a town where there was drugs everywhere, and people still had their kids, or they didn't have their kids, but nobody. No, it doesn't. It has to do with your personality under the
drugs.
There's
drug addicts out there that raise their kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't kill their kids. Just because you're a drug addict don't make you a baby killer. Most drug addicts don't kill their kids. They sometimes neglect their kids.
Exactly.
But they don't, most of the time, physically kill their kids.
I know, and you can't blame it on that. You just can't. It's stupid and ignorant to do it.
She was a horrible person. She's a horrible person.
Right. PCP's different, but it's yeah. No, they're horrible underneath. She was horrible sober. When it all comes down to a choice. I don't give a shit about addiction.
Leilani was beat on the same way as a kid. She said she was molested as a child, abused as a child, and I believe her.
Then wouldn't you want to break the cycle?
Not when you're so effed up in the head, you can't break the cycle. She's jacked in the head. She's been messed up for a long time. This ain't something new. She didn't wake up and just become a baby killer. This girl's been jacked up in the head for a minute, and that's from her life being abused. You know, she said it right out in front of me. She said she was molested as a kid. She was raped as a child.
Listen, my mother was molested by her own family members. She was raped. Her own mother tried to drown her in a Florida swamp. My mother went through hell and back. She's very cold, but she don't have the heart of a killer.
Yeah, but because your mom could handle it, but some people can't. She might have broke at a young age. You know what I'm saying? She's been, you know what I'm saying? This her life. That's why she's probably so strung out on drugs. She's trying to escape the reality that she lives. Her life's probably that bad. I mean, just because you live in a nice house don't make your life perfect, you know? You can put a person in a mansion. If you're miserable, you're going to off yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I know. I just feel like at some point morality trickles in, and you're able to make a choice, and you're able to know what you're doing is wrong. And I don't think when you, like I said before, if you lack empathy, there's no rehabilitating. It's going to make...
At any point, I ain't trying to justify what she's done. I'm just trying to say
no, I know. You're trying to understand a little.
How she became the person with no emotion. And you know what I'm saying? Because she's probably had to block that shit out her whole life with her own trauma. Even Michael said he had childhood trauma. And he's a dude. You know, you don't hear that from men a lot. I got childhood trauma. You hear it from me a lot now, kind of joking. But that's what he said in the very beginning. He said, man, I had my own trauma. I'm like, man, this family here.
I believe that.
And now I hear he's not directly blood related, so maybe his trauma is from something else. I don't know. But the
A lot of
ladies
people
gave birth to
experience
two
trauma.
killers, two murderers. What's the odds of
I
that?
think that you're truly born that way. You're born as a narcissist. I really think that. And then when inflict trauma on top of that, that's really creating like a chemical mess. I really believe that. And drugs.
And then the way Paul carries himself, he's on the way to prison too. Okay?
I don't know much about him. What's your take on him?
He's a little young, scrappy. He'll end up in prison. Okay?
Really?
He came out, he ran his mouth one time. We had a little discussion. You know what I'm saying? But I can just tell by the way he carries himself, he will end up in prison.
Well, you're probably right. You were right in front of it. And, if he's covering anything up, shame on all of them for making the police go through what they had to go through to find out the answers. It's just,
he's
it's
a little
infuriating.
Gangster. He's kind of Paul's kind of a little gangster wannabe.
Oh, I know that type.
That's why I think he'll end up in jail. Now, will he kill somebody? I don't know. He's not a very big guy. He might. His sister did. His brother did. So I wouldn't really want to mess with him. You know what I'm saying? He might kill you.
Yeah, he probably feels like his family is like tough. And
he might put a hot one in your ass. You know what I'm saying? So Paul might end up in prison one day. So
I don't like those kind. I try to stay away from that kind as well. It's scary. It really is.
Callie
Seeing around people
she was plotting her and her daughter's downfall. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't think they were too worried about doing that to themselves. They're too much worried about picking up waiters and getting drunk and smoking crack, cocaine.
Yeah, you can't hide the fact that that's another sign that you have no remorse. And I just feel like Billy Joe is definitely hugely responsible, but legally and morally. But I just need to know what. I don't need to know anything. I'm not entitled.
Well, look, I gotta let you go again for the third time.
Okay.
We've been talking for like a half
I'm sorry.
hour, but it was good conversation.
I'm sorry.
For sure.
Yes, intelligent, smart conversation. Have a good one, Jimmy. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That was a little long, but she had, sometimes you got to chop it up. Sometimes they run over. Good conversation's a good conversation. I'll send you the video about it. Sad. Well, look, I don't really believe they would do that. They didn't even try to run. I'm surprised Leilani didn't run. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
It's Karen again.
Hey, Karen. Good to hear from you.
How are you?
They got your girl down there in the clink for 10 days.
Yep, I was meant to tell you that. But I'm shocked.
I think it's longer than 10 days.
I've been out. Yeah, it was kind of the way they were talking here.
Won't the court be closed in 10 days? How's she going to go back to court if the court's closed?
I don't know.
She might be in there for Christmas.
I hope so. I really do. But I mean, I've been out shopping. I just got home a little while ago, and I just seen this all coming on, and I'm like, and I mean, just I don't know. I just feel kind of like really sick to my stomach. Really, really sick.
Yeah, and 19.
I mean, all the stuff that we watched and witnessed, and how cold she was, and how just they acted, and to find out how it happens. I mean, with the things with the bathtub, this and that, and she was messed up. We didn't know that was possible. But to hear when they came up with the malice charge, I knew it was intentional.
That she beat her to.
But I never crossed my mind that she beat him.
That's
so
why the little
obviously,
ghost was running.
Yep. So
you know what I'm saying? Probably trying to get away from her.
So what I'm believing, if they found out that he was beaten, they probably got at least most of them, at least the skull, because he was probably beaten in the head, and that's probably how they know it was an object. You know what I mean? More so than it would be his body.
Yeah, and she's pleading not guilty to it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear her defense. I just swear to Jesus, I can't wait to.
I hope she takes it to trial, because I want to go on there and face her when she goes on the 11th. But I mean, just everything we went through, everything we witnessed was, and then to hear this, it was like, God, that poor baby.
Well, I'm real confident in y'all's prosecutor down there. She seemed like a super smart,
yeah.
intelligent lady. She had the smile on her face like she is done.
Yeah, she kind of had that common type of, trying to keep everyone calm. But the guy that was on the left was the one that when we went to the DA's office, that's the one that Betty had talked to, and he, he's the one that didn't want to deal with her, didn't want to talk to us. She showed him the pictures, and and then we had like 4 or 5 officers standing outside that office, and Betty's like, "What do we got? Security waiting for us here?" He's like,
well, I mean, it was that pressure campaign. Like, look, do something about this. Show it to the prosecutor.
Exactly. Yep.
And
that was the guy on the left in the suit. Yeah.
I'm confident that they're going to do a good job and make sure Leilani.
Oh yeah. You know what's going to happen? They're going to go. I believe they're going to go after the death penalty. That's why she's saying if she pleads out. The only thing she's going to plead to is life without possibly parole.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, the lesser
she won't
charge.
get anything less than that. Yep, that's the only thing that she'll be able to walk away with.
Yeah, look, if at this point, I don't want to give that woman no legal advice, right? But she needs a fucking lawyer. She needs a lawyer bad, right? Because you talking the rest of your life, and that's.
Well, that
what she
family
did.
was doing is their thing was, and I believe Billy Joe knows more than what she's letting up on, because
she knew from the beginning. She knew every day we were out there.
If you sit back and watch, if you sit back and go and remember everything that we watched and we witnessed and everything you guys did,
Billy Joe would have been looking for that baby if she didn't know.
No, they never looked for him.
I know, because she knew.
They
She
said they
knew
wanted
from day one.
justice for him. Yeah, why would you be asking justice for him if you thought he was missing?
Yeah, how would you know he was dead? Why are we doing a memorial for a baby we don't know is dead?
Yep.
Right?
And their thing was okay, we're going to sit back because they're never going to find him, and if they don't find him, then that means she might get a little bit of time, but she would have done many years if they wouldn't have found him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank God
they found him. Yeah, just really thank God.
Because if they didn't find him, they would have really known how. Yep.
Good job to them FBI agents, Chatham County, and all
exactly.
that. All them people that went out there and searched. Yep. Heroes right there. So,
I mean, for them to find that he was beaten to death, and obviously they must have found, at least got his, I don't want to be morbid or anything, but they got his skull, I would imagine.
Do you think Billy Joe knows about the charges against Leilani yet? Nope. You don't know in jail. So? You don't know what's going on until it hits the news.
Yeah, exactly.
And if she's on suicide watch, she don't have a TV. She don't even know.
Yeah, unless she's gotten a phone call home. I don't know, but
if you on suicide watch, they don't let you use the phone. You can't have visitors, and you can't use the phone.
I'm wondering if the daughter even knows that the mother's in there.
You're locked down 24 hours a day.
Yep.
They have a window in the cell, and they walk past it every 10 minutes to make sure you don't try to do something bad to yourself.
The impression I got too is I know when Hadley, whatever his name is, the chief came out and said there was no other charges.
She ain't making
anybody.
no calls, Callie K, because she's on suicide watch. When you're in that turtle suit, you ain't making calls. That means that you could hurt yourself. They don't let you out to make a call. Right, so they're watching you. You're on hold. I mean, you might be able to get out and call your attorney or talk to an attorney, but they're not letting you out to call home and things of that nature. You're not watching TV. You're not none of that. It's straight solitary, but they're watching you.
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
Yep.
As soon as you get that turtle suit, that ain't where you want to be at. That is hard time.
No. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. And I mean, she's just looking at 4 walls, and Billy Joe can sit there and think,
They can't put her in pop. She's too high profile to put in pop because she's been all over the news. So she's sitting by herself, miserable. Yep. Every demon you can think about is battling in her head.
She better enjoy the Chatham County, because once she gets to the real prison, that's a whole nother deal.
That woman ain't scared. You see how big Billy Joe is? She'll whip some jail ass. Go put your hands on Billy Joe you want. I bet that woman can fight her ass off.
Oh, they are. They're the two of them. They're both built the same. They both have the same walk.
look, like
But I
Billy
got
Joe.
I kind of got the.
There ain't the average chick in that jail messing with Billy Joe. Billy Joe would mop the floor with the average chick. I ain't taking that away from her. She's a big biker woman that will whip your ass. You know?
Yeah.
So
There's always somebody bigger and badder than you, though.
there is, you know what I'm saying? But she's definitely she ain't she ain't walking around there like a victim. I can tell you that. She's used to it. She's been to prison. She'd probably be the one to snatch your ass up the quickest. You know what I'm saying? She's been there, done that. Why she looks so sad is just because of drugs. She knows now she can't party. She's sobering up by force. You know what I'm saying? She's coming off all them fucking drugs. She's on cocaine, whatever pills she's popping, alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, she'll go right back when she gets out because she's in a she's not in a good space right now.
Well, you can believe this. Billy Joe's gonna lawyer up. She ain't getting no court-appointed lawyer. She's not.
No.
Why you think she's trying to get rid of everything? She knew this was coming.
Yeah, she's selling all kinds of stuff.
I told her, I said, Dolly ain't gonna lie to you. You're going to jail, woman. You're going to jail.
Yeah, I remember.
Right?
You did, yeah, you
and
did.
she is selling everything. She's trying to get everything out of her name so she can afford these attorneys she's going to need. She's going to lose everything. Right? That is true.
It could be, too, because maybe she's afraid of Bubba, people going after her with a civil suit, But I have a funny feeling that the boyfriend, was a witness for the grand jury.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Definitely. Definitely.
And the only thing the good feeling I got out of it is they made it sound like, no other charge is coming. But
when
tonight,
you're a witness,
talking...
When you're a witness, that's all that means is we letting him get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? He really should be in jail for watching this stuff go down. Okay? You really should be in jail. If you didn't report this to the authorities, you should be in jail. So he's getting a free pass because he's telling. Right? But you still to me, you still a monster, dude. You let this shit go down. You could have stopped her from killing that kid if you really wanted to. You know? You could have took whatever she had in her hand. You knew she was beating that baby.
How did Paul and them not hear anything go on in that house, beating that kid to death?
He knew what was going down. He knew what was going down. He gets a free pass, but because they need him. They need him, so he gets the free pass. But really,
well, that's true.
None of them should get a pass. None of them should get a pass whatsoever. Paul should be in jail. He sat in that house listening to that baby be beat to death. If the police are right, he should be in jail too.
And they had
who was watching the kids when they left? When Leilani went to the dumpster, who else was left in the house with the kids? Paul.
Yeah.
Paul. Okay? Paul was.
Yep.
That was the only other person at the house. So does he get a free pass? He get a free pass. He witnessed. He listened to his nephew be beaten to death.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend. The way she spoke, the DA was speaking, I kind of got a little bit of confidence. I mean, nobody's going to be charged with murder of Quinton besides Leilani. But I have a funny feeling there might be some charges of some other family members. It seemed the way she answered that question.
It's still an open investigation. Yep. Still an open investigation. Before it's all said and done, I like to see all these people in jail. Okay?
Yep.
I mean, the only one that probably shouldn't be in jail is probably the dude, the old Billy Joe's old man. He was at work. This is their family. He's a dude from another. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should get a little bit of a pass on it because he ain't had no control of the shit. But the rest of the people, their family-wise, Paul, Leilani, none of them people should get a free pass.
Exactly. No.
I don't even believe let Danny get away with it free like that. You know?
Yeah.
I say as a prosecutor, yeah, we're going to charge you, but we'll charge you with lesser things. But if you don't talk, we're going to charge you with the same shit. You know, let them just completely get away with it. It's like, okay, man, you could have saved this baby at any point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you didn't.
Yeah. Exactly. And the baby, the DA realized he was 20 months old, not 2 years old yet.
Yeah.
I love when they give the wrong age, but
she said 2.
I don't know. Yeah, she did say 2. But I mean, it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to hear that.
But 2's still a baby. 20 months old, 2 years old, it's still a baby.
Yeah,
5 years old baby. 6, 7, that's still a baby.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
So this
So I'm
lady,
just hoping that other charges, because I find the timing that they released the indictment kind of strange, that they got
Billy
Billy
Joe in
Joe
jail, and then they
behind the bars when she can't talk, and then they finally released it.
yeah.
I find that a little bit odd.
They
That
took
came
a
out
while to
then,
do all this, but I think now they're doing a good job. I got no problem with Savannah anymore.
No, I agree.
So
But anyway, I was like, oh, let me try. I could never get through. I can't believe I got through twice, but I thought I got to reach out.
okay, well,
But
I'll be down there before long, and I'll see you when I get down there, Karen.
like I said, you give me a heads up. Well, remember, we have to have that shot.
For sure.
That
I'm gonna celebrate once I get out of trouble down there. We'll celebrate. We'll go hit the damn
we will.
the damn bars in
we'll go
Savannah.
hit
See if I can go to
Stingrays.
jail again. Okay.
We'll go to Stingrays.
Stingrays. Yeah, hell yeah, Sting. That sounds good. We're going to Tybee. We're going to Tybee. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
we're gonna go. Yep.
All right.
All right, Jimmy. I'll let you get your next call, but thanks for what you're doing.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace out.
Guys, if y'all just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button for Dolly. We're almost at 1,000 likes, right? It's almost like a party tonight. We're celebrating the downfall of Leilani. She should have just told from the beginning. I wouldn't have had to go to jail. Dolly.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hi. 1 second. Let me turn off my TV.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about today. I thought I was going to be ecstatic hearing that all of the charges against her, and it came back on me like all I could think of was what that baby went through.
Yeah.
And I'm so like overwhelmed with grief with this little baby. Like, what did he go through?
Yeah. I've been knowing what he was going through. I think a lot of people right today are surprised that he was beat to death. But I tell you this, I'm not surprised. From what I heard when I was down there, I'm not surprised that it came out that this child was beat to death. Not at all. I was down there screaming that she busted his head open in the street, that she was beating on the kid. Like, all kinds of things. So I'm not surprised that it came out that she's beat this child to death. I knew who I was dealing with when I was down there, and I knew what she had did.
I watched all of that with you guys, and God bless you all for being there. And I mean, I guess my heart kept saying maybe he drowned, maybe something stupid happened.
I mean, that's what you hope, because you
God,
try to,
it's
in
just
humanity, you hope people wouldn't do these types of things. But this girl was doing this, and she was beating him on a regular. This wasn't a one-off. And she did some drugs and just beat her kid. No, she was beating her kid in front of everybody. She didn't care who she beat the kid in front of. It ain't like she even beat the kid in private. She beat the kid in the street. She beat the kid in front of the little kids down the street. The kid wasn't being watched. He was walking down the street by himself on that busy-ass road. One neighbor that lived at the end of the street told me, he said, Dolly, he said, I came home one day and that kid was standing on my porch by himself.
Oh, my God.
So, and that's only a block away. But still, that's a 20-month-old kid
A
on a
block.
busy...
I mean, if I can't see my grandkids for 10 or 20 feet, when I'm watching them, I freak out.
And, and that dude was a really good dude. At least that kid at that point rolled up on a decent neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The neighbors around there seem like decent people, but you can't let shit go. When things like this happen, like, I understand that little kids didn't know what to do when they were witnessing it. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're babies.
Yeah, they didn't know. They don't know to go call CPS or whatever.
Of course
so
not.
There was some abuse that was going on that kids were witnesses. And of course, you can't say nothing about the kids. They didn't know what to do. But any adult that witnesses that type of abuse or things and you don't report it, now how do you feel when you get to this point? Now the baby's dead and all this kind of things can be avoided. It goes with you see something, say something. It ain't normal for people to be out in the street beating their kid in the face when they're 20 months old. That's not normal. You see some shit like that, you call the police, you call CPS, you call whoever you can to help that kid because that kid nothing a kid does that young deserves to be beat, okay, at all. You shouldn't put your hands on a kid that young whatsoever.
I mean, I was out and about tonight when I heard this, and I pulled over, and I felt so sick to my stomach. I was like, how can a mother do this? Like, and I kept picturing in my mind that baby, like the last vision he saw was a mother like beating. I can't. I just,
even to the McFry guy, like the same thing I was saying to him. He watched this shit. He knew what was going down. Don't be
of
out
course
here,
he did.
You know what I'm saying? These kids were being beat in front of all the neighbors and shit. So nobody did nothing. That community failed that kid. Well, them neighbors.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Jimmy.
Did.
I mean, if I saw somebody in my side yard, or I'm getting in my car and I see somebody beating the fuck out of a baby or a little kid, I'd be the first one to call the cops.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah,
why
I
would
see
you
somebody
not?
beating an adult, I call the police on you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't watching nobody get beat. And
Yeah,
things of that
if
nature.
it's an adult, yes.
Now, there's a difference from disciplining your kid. You know, okay, the 20-month-old's out by the street, walk out, smack him on the butt, something of that nature. But when you backhand a kid in the face where he falls on the street and busts his head, and neighbors are seeing that shit go down and nobody does nothing, oh hell no! You would never do that to a kid around me. I would go to jail every time. Every single
I would
time
too.
I would go to jail.
Oh,
I'd take that ride. Here you go. Cuff
absolutely.
me the hell up. You know what I'm saying? I go
Oh,
right
I'd
back
be
into
in jail
bullhorn
every time.
trauma. You would never do it. You would never do it.
I agree with you, Jimmy.
I mean,
I
you
would
might
be in
do
jail
it, but I'm
every
going
time.
to jail. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and I would go gladly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
I would go gladly to jail, because if somebody's abusing a little child like that, and you're thinking I'm the bad one for reporting it, okay, take me to jail.
No, you look at what type of stuff happens. Now the baby's gone in a landfill, you know? I just
Oh, my
think that there
God.
was a lot of chances to help this child, and it failed because Billy Joe stepped up like she was going to be the hero and take care of this child, and she didn't. That's why I don't have no sympathy for Billy Joe. I'm like, you zigged when you should have
I have no
zagged.
sympathy for her.
You know,
None.
I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad. Who I feel bad for is baby Quinton. That's it. I don't feel bad for none
Oh,
of them people.
that baby. Tonight, I burst into tears. I was sitting in my car just crying,
Yeah, the
thinking
old man
the
across the
last...
street knew. He definitely knew. That old man knew everything.
Oh, I'm sure he did, Jimmy.
Yeah, he did.
But I think that he was like old and didn't want to get involved.
He still knew.
That's people's
Still
things.
knew.
I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved.
Well,
Fucking get involved.
get involved.
I
That's
mean,
right. That's absolutely
these are
right.
babies. These are kids. I mean, I was like sick to my stomach. I was praying to God. Just tell me he drowned. Tell me he hit his head on something. Anything. But
Yeah.
for the last face you see is your mom. Oh my God.
Somebody that's supposed to love you and care for you and protect you is the person that hurts you.
The most important person in the world
Mm-hmm.
is the one who's killing you.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. They
I
deserve what
can't,
they
Jimmy.
get. You know what I'm saying? They deserve what they get in this life, and they deserve what they get in the afterlife.
Absolutely. And you know what? God is...
And Merry
that's-
Christmas to them. You know what I'm saying? Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
I hope they're having
And God's...
hope they're having great holidays.
Yeah, and you know what? They can have their holidays in jail, which are going to be miserable, but when you leave this world, God's the ultimate judgment. And when you kill a baby, or you allow a baby to be killed, or a person, you know what? You have to deal with God, not us.
Yep. The same thing. You better get right with God is the only thing I can tell them now. Get right with God.
Amen.
You know.
Amen.
Hey, you be
and
good.
thank you.
Happy
and
holidays
Jimmy,
to you.
thank you, honey. Thank you for you and Betty and Molly and Justin and House of Williams. I do believe it brought a lot of attention to this case, and
It
I love you
definitely brought
guys.
attention.
And
It did do that. It brought some attention.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, you got out. You're good.
Yeah. All right.
You're good.
You
But
have a
love
good
you
one.
guys.
Peace.
Merry Christmas, honey. God bless you.
She was sweet. Yeah, it brought attention to it. So we accomplished our mission on that. And these people are in jail. So everything worked out. As long as I get out. Then it worked out. Okay? If not, it kind of sucked. Okay, this said it could be spam. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, I just want to thank you for everything you do.
Oh, no problem. You know. Your number came up as possible spam.
What?
That's what it says. It says suspected possible spammer. Are you a spammer? Oh. Dolly?
Hello, Dolly.
Hey.
I'm hearing a little bit of an echo there.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Forgot to mute my TV.
Yeah, that
All right. Hey, I wanna discuss something with you.
All right, who is this and where you
Now
calling
listen.
from?
What'd you say?
I said, who is this and where you calling from?
Oh, this is Justine.
Okay, hey, Justin.
I'm calling from California.
From Cali. Okay. What do you want to discuss?
All right, let me discuss. Okay. Did you watch any of Cher's live tonight?
I ain't never watched that lady a day in my life.
You need to. Have you ever seen that husband of hers?
I've seen them. I've only seen clips. Right? Like people send me clips like
Oh,
when they talk
man.
bad about me or something like that.
Oh,
But
man.
I haven't
Let me
never
tell
really
you.
sat down and watched them.
You need to watch that. Now, this is no lie. He walks around in a flannel robe. It's kind of like, it's a green, like plaid and black robe, flannel. And he's got this beard that's hanging all the way down to his belly button.
Uh-huh. So you got a long beard.
Creepiest thing you ever seen in your life. And the first thing I thought was, where does he work at? Does this man have a job? Do you know?
I don't know nothing about these people.
Because, I mean, how many people are going to hire somebody like
The
that?
lady's eyes are
For
big
one
as
thing,
shit
you're
and her
going to
face
scare,
is so skinny.
you're going to scare the public off.
She looks
You can't
like-
be in the food business.
She kind of
Think
looks
about
like
that.
that girl from The Ring or something. Like,
It is creepy looking.
I don't know. I don't
You
know
couldn't
too
work
much
in the
about
food
lady.
business
I
because
heard
the
she-
health department would eat you
I
up with
heard
a
she
beard
got
like that,
locked up
trying
for
to
hurting
flip
little
burgers
puppies.
back there.
Then I
I'll
lost
tell
all
you
respect.
what.
Hurting little doggies. I heard she
He
don't
was,
like little doggies.
he was just scary looking. He was she was just carrying on and getting loud, and his eyes would get really big, and he would just peek over there at her and put his hands over his ears.
What does he
and you could
support?
just read
Does
his
he-
mind.
does
You could
he
just read
support-
his mind, Dolly. It was like he was thinking, "Oh, I wish she would shut the hell up."
Does
I
he
would just
support
like
the
knock
whole
that
Billy
shit
Joe
out of there.
thing? Is he back her on that?
I don't. But listen, he was just too busy, I think, trying to get her to shut up without saying it.
Oh, okay.
The looks he was giving her, it was creepy. It was just really creepy. And that beard, I just couldn't get away from. I mean, he couldn't ever be in a fight with a man. Think about it. All they'd have to do is grab a hold of that beard. They'd have complete control.
Complete control. Grab my.
Complete control of him. They'd be jerking him all over the place. Just get a hold of that beard and slam his head in the, in the wall.
Mine ain't
Yeah,
long- mine ain't
but
really
what
long
they
enough
would
to
have
grab
control
like
over
that,
him, wouldn't
but
they?
That would hurt. That shit
Yeah. They could just swing him around like a rubber band, right from his beard.
I don't know.
But I just was watching this
all I
in
know is this
amazement.
old lady cray cray. That's all I know. That's it.
Yeah, she was showing videos.
I'm
of,
glad I ain't got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
She was showing
Power to the guy.
videos of baby Quinton.
She was watching.
She was showing videos of baby Quinton, and he's laying on his back. I guess this was about probably when he was crawling a little bit bigger, and they were playing with stuffed animals and tickling him, and he was laughing. It was cute. He was just adorable. But the thing was, I'm like, why is she showing these videos? I mean, Billy's already in trouble, and this girl this woman, whatever
She
you
was
want to call
raising money to
sheriff,
go there. What is she going
she's
there
over
for?
there
Everybody's
showing
in
these
jail.
videos. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Trying to get her in more trouble? Does she think they're not going to ask her, where'd you get that video from? I mean,
Cher don't care about Billy Joe at all.
she does.
She's a view
But
and a
it
click.
just amazes
She's
me
a
how
view and a
dumb
click
these
to her.
people are.
Yeah,
It
she's
just
just a view and
amazes
a
me
click.
how dumb these people are.
It's just a view and a click.
That Sarah is playing her like a fiddle, and she's over there going for it.
I know.
Kind of like Dawn Wells did, you know?
You see how
She
fast
was
she
recording
abandoned
him
her?
and everything else.
She abandoned her
And
just a week ago.
He would just keep calling her. And she'd record him some more, and I was like, well, you know, you have to be an idiot, because you keep going back for more.
Yep. All right, well, look, it was good talking to you.
All right.
All right, you
Okay,
be
bye.
good. Peace. She can go. See how fast she was? She was like, they be in jail. Right? So, that was a workout. Okay? My brain, my squirrels, they were running. They were like, Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. I am a grandparent raising my grandchildren.
Okay.
The unfortunate part, I lost my daughter to heroin.
Oh, Lord.
And so she had two boys, and I'm raising them. I'm sorry?
You got to turn me down.
You got to turn me down in the back. We got a real bad echo. Oh, I don't have it on. It might be just my phone.
Oh, okay.
At any rate, why would CPS not, when I got the kids, they checked out my house. And since then, they come once a year. How could they know that Leilani was beating those kids and give her custody when she's living there?
Yeah, I don't know why
they gave her custody. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that they wouldn't come back and check, or when she filed for eviction, that they wouldn't realize that that's the mother of the kids that already beat them. CPS lost a piece in there as well. Billy Joe should get equal punishment, but CPS is partially responsible.
I agree.
So anyway, it does happen in real life that grandparents do raise grandchildren, but hopefully much better than that.
Definitely. Look, I'll talk to you next time because we got a really bad echo.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, guys, if you call in, make sure you turn me off in the background because it starts echoing through the headphones like that. And it's me like over talking myself. It's weird. It's shit. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
I called you a while ago and you said it was a potential scam. I'm not a scammer.
Oh, okay.
I just found you on YouTube and I appreciate everything you do.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I'm from Kentucky.
Okay, shout outs to Kentucky. So, what do you
Right.
think about Leilani getting these 19 charges, indictment brought down on her today?
I think she gets what she deserves.
I agree with that one. I can't argue with that. What about Billy Joe, the grandma? What do you think should happen with the grandma?
I think she's got part in it for leaving the baby, but I couldn't imagine how she's dealing with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Because she probably in her mind didn't think this would happen. But
Well, no, nobody would. I'm a grandma.
you know, but she knew that Leilani was abusing that baby, though.
Yes, she did, and she should get part in it for leaving that baby,
Yeah.
even though there was other people in that house.
I agree with that. I don't think she should get nowhere near what Leilani's going to get, but I do think she broke the law and criminal child neglect. She neglected that child for sure.
Yep, I'm 100%.
So, and I think that is going to come down on her. That's why that DA today said, she really can't talk on it because it's an open investigation. I'm thinking right now she's
Right.
dealing with what is it, CPS here in Virginia. I don't know what it is in Georgia, but I think they're working together and they're probably going to bring these charges forward.
Yeah, I believe she's going to get some kind of charges, and I think, she deserves to get something because she knew that she shouldn't been left with that baby.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's other people in that house. And to find out that the charges that came out today, oh my goodness.
Why would you take custody of a baby when you know you work out of town 2-3 weeks out the month? Because you can't take the baby with you.
I don't know. To keep the baby with the mom.
Yep, exactly. And that's why Billy Joe got mad at me when I said that to her, because she knew it was the truth. That's the only time she ever got up in my face, like she was going to hit me. Is I was like, this baby still be alive if you hadn't protected Leilani. You got that baby knowing just to leave it with Leilani so we wouldn't lose the baby. If you'd have lost that baby, it'd still be alive right now.
Absolutely.
That
Did
pissed
you see
her off.
Well, yeah, the truth hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. She got right up in my face. I'm not the one. I still got to go through my phone and get that video.
I know. It's awful. It is. Did you see the charges that come out, what they charged all her with?
Yeah.
Leilani?
Yeah, the line, disposing of the body.
Beaten.
Yeah, beaten with an object. I wonder what object she beat her baby with. You know, something, a stick.
I think with them charges coming out from the baby's bones is how they determined that.
That is blunt force trauma somehow. Well, as it comes out, they're not saying nothing now, but I guess court will start soon, and we'll find out all this information of, the grisly parts of it. What the prosecutors and them have, and I'm still curious what her defense is going to be, because she pled not guilty.
Oh, she's going to act insanity.
I don't think she's going to go with insanity. I think she has a better chance of honestly saying this baby fell down the stairs or hit its head, and I covered it up.
That ain't going to work, because I got a feeling that she beat that baby. I believe his.
Oh, she did. There's witnesses to her beating that baby. So,
well, I mean to death.
Yeah, I don't know about the witnesses to that, but there's other witnesses out there that have seen her beat on that baby. So, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a far stretch to think she beat this baby to death.
I believe she was messed up, and she beat that baby to death, and then covered it up. Period. That's evil.
Yeah. And she had to have done it the night before, Yeah. So, the guy, I'm thinking Danny's going to testify.
Oh, yeah. I believe so, too. That's why he could laugh.
Yeah, that's why he's gone. That's why he never said nothing. The prosecutor said, man, y'all probably don't say nothing. They're going to use him in court. That's their secret weapon. He was there. He's witnessed most of it.
Yeah, and then I remember that video that press release that Leilani and the mama did, when she said that somebody would be his savior. Why would he need a savior?
Yeah, I mean, I know they knew from the beginning he was dead. Billy Joe knew. She knew what Leilani had did. Why were we doing a vigil, and why was there, for a baby, nobody searching? Right? They knew the baby was dead. Billy Joe knew the baby was dead. That's why they never searched.
I tell you, if it was one of my grandchildren, and I have several, and I don't give a darn if the FBI, the CIA, whoever, I'd be out beating it looking for my kids.
I know. Exactly. They didn't care. Leilani didn't care then. She don't care now. She's sitting in a cell somewhere right now and don't care.
No.
She just don't care.
No.
But look, I appreciate you calling.
Well, I'll keep watching you. I just found you, and I appreciate you.
All right. You be good.
You have a good one.
Yeah, that lady has no emotion. Right? Even in her mugshot, she didn't look concerned. She was in jail. And Leilani, she'll get her a jail girlfriend. But right now, she's probably same thing. She's locked in a cell by herself. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Miss Dolly.
Miss Dolly.
I know. We do this every time.
Okay.
But I wanted to call in because I am very excited that she got indicted on 19 charges.
Yeah, that's a lot. She's going to be doing some years.
I think she's going to plea. My thought is she's going to plea because so much. She lied to the FBI, all of that. I think she's going to plea to avoid a death penalty.
I think so too. Yeah, that's.
And Billy Joe, I think she is in a lot of hot trouble. I think she's not going to, she's going to be held accountable.
Yeah, she's going to prison for a little bit. She's going to do a few years.
And it's very much deserved.
I think they should hit Paul too.
I don't know. I mean,
because he was in the house. How can you not
we
know
don't
that baby
know,
being beat
but
to death?
at least Billy Joe.
Yeah, at least Billy Joe.
Exactly. So when I've seen it, like after all of this, after all your drama and going through, all the stuff in Georgia, to be like on the right side, it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was right in the beginning. I knew she had killed that baby and all them things, And now it's good to see there's finally some justice being done for that baby. It took a while, but it was slow, but it's here.
Yeah.
Hopefully it bites the shit out of them.
Yeah. It's so bittersweet because she's so cute, but to finally get justice of what we're all fighting for,
Yeah. And there's still people out there defending these people. Still.
Gross. Terrible.
I know. They're wrong and they've been proven wrong and they still defending them.
Oh my God, I so agree. Yeah.
So,
it's ridiculous.
These YouTube streets are crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you be good. You have a happy holidays.
You too. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, justice came slow. But, like I said, Billy Joe, they're saying 10 days, but I think it's going to be more than that. Because she's up there and it says no bond. Right? So she has no way to bond now unless they just gave her a straight 10 days. I'm not for sure. But either way, she's on suicide watch because they had her in the little suicide turtle outfit. Right? Turtle. No offense to the turtle gang. Different type of outfit. Right? But they had her in that outfit because, she might do something bad to herself. So she's sitting in there. They're going, and checking on her every hour, 20 minutes or something, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what the rules are. But she's in protective custody. No, 3 Dot Dave. Not today, Satan. Somebody call other than 3 Dot Dave. Hurry. Save me. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah Winfrey. Dolly.
Dolly.
Hey.
Hey. It's Taylor from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, what's up, Taylor?
Hey, you gonna go? I got 2 questions. I won't keep you, but just a minute or two. You gonna go down for her court date when Leilani goes in?
I don't know. I'm going down for my court date when I go in.
Well, I know that, but just was curious if you were going to go down there for her.
It depends. It depends if I get out of trouble while she's still in trouble, then I may hang around and check out some of her court. You see what I'm saying? I don't know when they're going to have me up in court, but I'm assuming it's going to be around the same time that Leilani's up in court.
I'm sure it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, so sometime coming up in 2023, I'm assuming. So and she's going to be all in court during that time. So yeah, I'll be around there around the same time. I don't know how much of it, I'm going to be, because my plan is to go to Tennessee and search for Little Summer Wells for a little while.
Yeah, I knew you were. That's towards Knoxville area, right?
Yeah, it's more towards Knoxville.
Yeah, you do. Do you know when you're coming down this way?
I don't know. It's going to be sometime after Christmas.
Yeah, I knew you were trying to get this way we watch you. So I ordered some. I got one more question. I ordered some soap.
Dolly soap? Which one did you order? We got raspberry lemonade. We got Christmas wish.
I ordered that one, eucalyptus, and Christmas wish.
Uh-huh.
But we ordered them like the beginning of December. We should be getting them soon, huh?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. I got your email.
Yeah, and when I send it out, you'll get a confirmation, or it might show up. It depends when your order came in.
Yeah, it was right before you went to jail this last time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it's probably shipped out to you already. You probably should be getting that any day.
Yeah, I figured you shipped it out like that night, that Thursday when you said you got everybody's order out. So I figured we'd get it Friday.
Yeah. Because people are hitting me up today saying they got their orders. So some people are already getting them. So you'll probably get them tomorrow.
Yeah, we thought we'd get it by Friday. So I was just curious.
Yeah, you probably will.
We're excited.
Awesome.
This is our first order.
Dolly Soap, best soap in the game. It's gonna change your life.
Hold on, one more question.
You're gonna have soft skin. All right, one more question.
What do you think about the dad suing FedEx?
The dad suing FedEx for the girl getting killed?
Yeah.
I think he's a shoot. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work, but yeah. How would FedEx know he was a killer?
Right.
He didn't even have a criminal record.
Criminal history.
Yeah, he had no criminal record. So they really didn't
probably
know.
go through a background check and make sure, he passed everything.
And, FedEx they got big ass lawyers. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but yeah, sue. See how it plays out. I hope the best for him. That's tragic. It seems like FedEx would just do something for him without having to sue FedEx.
Right, you would
think. You know
think.
what I'm saying? That something so horrible happened under, for somebody that worked from them, it seems like they would reach out to the family and try to do something for the family instead of the family having to sue them. Yeah, with them being
such a large company.
Yeah, because they got billions of dollars, FedEx.
For sure.
So I appreciate you calling in.
All right, well, we're excited about your soap. We'll let you know how it is.
All right, peace.
All right, thank you. Best soap in the game.
Best soap in the game. All right, guys. That's right. We still got Dolly Soap. It's $10, $4 shipping, so $14 total through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. You screenshot your payment after you make it. You send it to my email, bestsoapinthegame@gmail.com. Include your screenshot of your payment, your name and address, and what you ordered, and I will get it shipped out to you. We got a little bit of pink sugar left. We got raspberry lemonade, and we got Christmas wish left. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Hi. It's Julissa, bio girl from Florida.
Bio girl from Florida. What's good with you?
What's good? I'm so glad that this bitch got indicted.
I am glad she got indicted too. If I was a drinker, I'd be popping bottles right now.
Me too, but I'm not.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a drinker either.
I'm popping bottles and smoking blunts for everybody else that is out there.
Yeah, I'm popping soda bottles.
Now we just gotta get her mom indicted because she needs to get charged.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's coming. They're saying there's an open investigation for Billy Joe.
Oh, yeah, obviously. And Danny definitely needed to be charged too, but obviously...
Thank you, Maria.
He definitely turned state, obviously, to save his own ass.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah, he watched that stuff go down, which is horrible in itself.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrible. There is no doubt that he knew and or was involved in everything that was going down there.
I hate when people get free passes. You know, I know they need them.
Yeah,
It is what it is. But
exactly.
he's basically getting a free
Exactly.
pass.
Yeah, it's like it's for like the greater good in quotes and air quotes right now.
And what about the brother being in the house while this went down, Paul?
Yeah, they all need to be charged, all of them.
That's
All
what
of
I
them.
think. I
They
think
should
so.
all
How do
get
you not
locked
hear that
up.
baby getting beat to death? He's screaming and crying.
They
Your
all
sister's covering him
even
up. There's blood.
those
Y'all cleaning it up.
those then those other two little babies were also getting beat. Not the little. I don't know about the little baby, the little girl, but the little brother was also getting beat as well. And he was the one that was favored. You know.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
It was absolutely terrible.
I don't want to
but
wish
mean,
bad things on anybody, but if she got punched upside the head in the jail one time, I wouldn't complain.
I don't either, but I'm honestly, I feel like she's probably in her own freaking, she's probably chilling in there. Like, she's probably in her own. She's so cold-hearted and so. She's just dead eyes, yo. She's dead eyes.
I know.
She's just dead eyes.
Yeah, heartless.
You would know. You know when you saw her.
Yeah, I looked
you
her right
into
in them
those-
little beady dead eyes. You know?
Exactly. So you seen what's behind those eyes. You seen how she is.
And I think she might go in there blaming Danny.
Yeah, exactly. She's gonna pull that. It's gonna be that.
She's gonna go in there and say
Exactly what it's
Danny
gonna
hit him
be.
with something. She told me
Yep.
Danny was beating on him.
But you know what? The jury's gonna see right through her, though.
Yeah, I hope
The
so.
jury's gonna see right through her.
Yeah.
The jury's gonna see right through her.
Homeboy better cut them weirdo dreads off his head.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Fucking.
Because she's
Ah,
going to try to blame this on him.
Of course she is. Of course she is. Of course she is. She knows she's going down, and I hope that if she does get indicted, I hope she gets the maximum amount, the max.
Yeah, I think she's going to get life for sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
And I still got to write her because I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to write her. So
I hope you write her, and I hope you say I told you so.
What else can I tell her? But I told you so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did tell
you're
him.
A man of,
I did tell him.
Yeah, I know. I know you're a man of your word, and I know you said that you would. So I hope that you say that you told you. I told you so.
The thing is this: I honestly believe that when I write Leilani, she's going to write back.
I think she will.
I know she will.
Right now, she doesn't have anybody. They all abandoned her.
And she watched me go to
did.
jail.
And you meant to.
So we got something in common.
Imagine.
She watched me go to jail, and I got to watch her go to jail.
But do you think that she's seen her mother while she's been there?
No.
No, you don't think so?
They're keeping them separated. Yeah, they're not seeing each other.
Because I don't think she can stand her mother right now.
Yeah, I don't think their mom and Leilani got along to begin with. Look, before we even got there, they were fighting. Even before Quinton went missing, she was getting evicted. They were already having problems in the
her
house.
out, right? She was kicking her out, and then she pretended to be all lovey-lovey for the sake of the investigation.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but they had problems before we got there. And then when time we got there, Billy Joe and Leilani then became best friends. It was weird.
Yeah, it was just for the investigation. It was to see for us.
Yeah.
It was honestly more to say Billy Job's ass.
I mean, I don't know. I just
And
know
I
that they
think
act
that
like
was-
they were best friends time we got there.
And I think a lot of that was because of this bitch, Cher. But a lot of that stuff that Cher was drilling into her head.
Yeah, she should have never dealt with Cher. That was her big.
Well-
That's one of Billy Joe's biggest mistakes in all of this.
Well,
is messing with Cher.
She wanted to fucking put her banner up and fucking post her shit. And she'd rather post her banner up rather than put missing posters of her fucking grandson.
And that's the same stuff that's going to be used against them in court. You don't think they're going to be talking about that stuff?
Every single little word that she's put out there on YouTube is going to be used against her in a court of law, and I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, all that's going to be discussed. You can guarantee that.
Mhm.
How they acted, why
Yes,
this was
sir.
going down.
Yes, sir.
For Dolly and Lolo, thank you so much, Jill. Nab space, Jill. Things I like.
Lolo,
For
Shaq is
Lolo,
so
Lolo, somebody
cute.
just donated to you. You want to wave or anything, or you just want to take the money and not give them nothing? Lolo, it's up to you.
My doggy's in the hospital.
Your doggy is? Okay, Lolo says she'll
Yeah.
wave. She said, thank you for your donation. She got her. Say wave at him, Lolo. Say wave at everybody. Say thank you. Lolo said she wants y'all to get the video up to 1,000 likes, though, or she's going to go straight Cujo. Okay? She's going to go crazy and start biting people, random people, for nothing. So she's like, like the video, thumb it up.
I've been like that. I like it before you even start.
And if you do, let's see. When we get to 1,000, Lolo gets a Slim Jim at 1,000. All right, so y'all hit that like button.
My baby's in the hospital right now. He just had surgery.
Is gonna be okay?
He had his tail cut off.
His tail?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is it a puppy getting his tail cut off, or was there a reason it got its tail cut off?
No, his tail got infected, and his stupid vet kept saying that it would get better and it would get better, and it didn't. So we took him to the animal hospital today, and he's 12. So he told us that we had to cut it off. So
okay, well, he had 12 good years with a tail. It'd be all right.
No, he's gonna be okay. But still, he's my baby. He's slept with me for 12 years, and he's on here.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad your dog is
anyway,
gonna.
I know. I'm gonna let you go, but one thing is, I haven't received an email confirmation from you. Usually, I don't know if you sent out my order. I had the 2 sugar cookie soaps and the Turtle Gang T-shirt.
The what? What was the T-shirt?
The Turtle Gang T-shirt. Remember?
Okay. I think I got your order out, but I don't think I got the Turtle Gang T-shirt out to you yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I know your soap. All the soap orders went out, but I don't know if your Turtle Gang shirt went out yet or not. I did Turtle Gang hoodies. I don't know if I did a Turtle Gang shirt. I might have.
You made a Turtle Gang. You made the first Turtle Gang hoodie, and that same day you were making my shirt.
I don't know. I had to go.
You got burnt. You burnt your finger that night. Remember?
Yeah, I did. I burned it doing that hoodie, and then I was like, "Damn, I'm Dolly victim number 1 because I burnt the shit out myself." I do remember burning myself. Yeah. Okay, so if I made it that night, I don't think I made your shirt that night, though. I think I just made hoodies that night.
You were supposed to make my shirt. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'll get your shirt made for you. You know what I'm saying? But I know your order went out for your soap. All the soap orders went out. So I'll get to your T-shirt. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it for you tomorrow.
Okay. I haven't gotten my soaps yet, but I'm sure they're on their way.
Yeah, because everything just went out, so it'll be to you.
Yep.
Be patient.
Okie dokie. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
So, yeah, I got to get to making her Turtle Gang shirt. I did all the Turtle Gang hoodies. They shipped out. all the Dolly victim hoodies shipped out, all the soap shipped out. So I probably just got her t-shirt to make. Okay, so, and there's a few new soap orders that came in because we still do have some soap left. So you still do got time to get soap orders in. And hopefully you'll get it by Christmas. You know, because my shipping usually takes about 4 or 5 days. Dolly.
Yes. Dolly.
Short Leg says, Merry Christmas. Some are saying their super chats are not showing up. I don't know why that would be. What's up there, BT?
What's happening, Jimmy?
Why didn't they hit her with 20 charges? I'm mad. It was only
That's
19.
all?
Why odd number like that?
Should have been 1,000.
Should have been 1,000. 33 would have been a good number.
3,300.
3,300.
Yeah,
1,000 charges. Okay, the most charges any person has got ever.
That's what somebody's like her should get, right?
I don't think she's ever getting out.
The maximum penalty, not the minimum.
That DA was smiling like happy as like somebody made her Christmas. I don't think Leilani's ever getting out.
Yeah, I like that smirk on her face. And yeah, she looks like she means business, but
yeah,
you're not a killer, and I doubt she'll treat you the same way.
I hope not, boy, because that lady that ain't nobody you want to look across and have that lady on you. I can tell. I can just tell. She looked like she done put some people on the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? I ain't.
Right.
I'm too low level to get her, though.
Pearl for everyone she put on the death row, you said?
Yeah, she put on a pearl necklace for everybody she put on death row. I ain't messing with that lady. I'm too low level for that lady. They'll send out one of the little nobodies for me. You know what I'm saying? Go get them.
I bet you she's one of the big guns over there.
Yeah, she's the big dog. They'll send out one of the puppies for me. Go get them. They'll send out one of the little dogs. They'll send out the Chihuahua. I don't think they're gonna send the big guns for me. Hope not.
The what's it called, slingshotters for you.
Yeah, they're gonna get the little, the small time fry to handle me. Hopefully, I go up in there and be Chief Hadley and her smiling. I'm gonna be like, oh,
Lord. Are you gonna try to visit? Are you gonna try to visit?
Here we go, working on the chain gang. I'll have to get me one of those songs together. I take your cornbread. I'll start working out now. Start training for gladiator camp.
Yeah, your cornbread's my cornbread.
Part 2 of my murder spree gonna happen up in here. You try to take my Jesus bread.
Gonna sign up to visit when you go down?
Somebody better visit me. I'm gonna be up in there sad, looking like I'm gonna be looking like damn Billy Joe.
Fuck.
You see how Billy Joe look?
Here's the bitchy coming out of me. Both them bitches need to burn.
Ryan says, "What you got against zigzags, huh, bruh?" I like zigzags. No. I can smoke zigzags. I'll usually smoke zigzags, and I'll smoke Swisher Sweets.
That's old school zigzag. When the world zigs, we zag, man.
You know, 2 Colt 45, 2 zigzags. That's all I need, right?
Right.
We can go to the park after dark, smoke some tumbleweed.
Let me get a little bitchy in there. Both them bitches.
I don't care.
In hell
if it's your bud, you can roll in anything you want. I'll smoke it.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't really like is I don't like what are them ones? Like them backwoods? I can't stand when people smoke them damn backwoods though.
No.
That'd about kill me trying to smoke one of those. I'd just rather pass on and be like, nah, man, I'm good.
Right. I like them super thin, like OCBs.
Well, I had got some like the all natural hemp ones, and they're like smoking cardboard. And I was like, man, I'm going back to Swisher Sweets.
They're getting better with them though. They're getting better.
Yeah, it's like smoking a damn cardboard box. It don't even taste like a damn cigar. It's like, I'll stick with my Swishers. They're killing me, but I'll stick with them.
Yeah. Well, you gotta try every once in a while. Try different ones, see if you like them.
I mean, I did. I tried this purple. What is this?
Did you try Mike Tyson?
It's like a juicy. I like the Mike Tyson stuff. I got one around here somewhere.
Yeah, you had one of them not too long ago. I said, yeah, try it. They're really good.
Yeah, the Mike Tyson ones ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like the infused, like, terps.
The flavors.
Yeah, I don't really like that. I'd rather have the flavor straight from my bud.
Right. I'd rather smoke weed, yeah.
Yeah, instead of it tasting like damn mangoes and pineapples.
Peaches, yeah.
Yeah, I just want it to taste like bud.
Every once in a while, I like a grape or something, but not, I don't smoke like you do.
You're welcome, Ryan. Backwoods nasty, yeah. I can't take it, man. And how do you? I see people rolling them. It's like you gotta have damn art to roll the shit, and then it's nasty as hell. I got a buddy, Reggie. He'll come over and he smokes backwoods, and he's one of the people that smokes little tiny ass pen blunts. Like small blunts ain't bad in a cigarillo swisher, but if in a backwoods, if you ain't putting the right amount of stuff in it, it's like smoking death. I can't
Might
do
as well
it.
be a
And he smokes these
bad.
little thin ass backwoods. I'm like, man, you are gonna die.
Yeah, well, years ago we called those pin joints.
Yeah, this ain't even a pen joint. This ain't even a prison joint.
Oh man.
This dude.
Well,
he'll take a
pretending
dime sack and roll 15 blunts out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a magical trick to have, man. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah, I mean, like you just might as well leave the weed out and just smoke the paper at this point.
Right. Hey, dude, do you still have that medium hoodie?
Do I still have a medium hoodie?
Yeah.
Possibly. I might have to order it.
I'll PayPal you right now. You still got one out.
Let me look.
Take a picture. Send it to.
Yes.
Open the game
I
for
have a
hoodies.
medium. Hold on. I think I got one right here. Hold on. I don't want to crush Lolo. Let me see what this one is. Oh. It says it is. I am blind as shit. I can't see. Hold on.
Dude, you're getting old.
It's a medium.
Dark glasses.
You're in luck. I got a medium, and I got.
All right. Hey, dude.
I have an extra large.
Yeah, I want the medium.
And I have.
I want the turtle gang on it, and I'll PayPal you in just a little while here.
I have 3 extra larges, and I have 1 medium left. So you want the medium?
Yeah, the medium.
And you want
the
turtle? You want it turtle gang with the turtles on it?
Yeah.
Okay, well send me the money. Screenshot
it. Yep.
bestsoapinthegame@gmail.com. Include your name and address and what you ordered.
Do I send it to Best Soap in the Game? Take a picture?
Yep, same way you do the soap.
To Best Soap in the Game.
Okay.
Gmail.
And just make sure you put Turtle Gang hoodie, medium, name, address, and the screenshot.
Hoodie. Name and address and the screenshot. Okay. What was I gonna ask you? Shit.
But I'm gonna order some hoodies tonight, so I'll have them in a day or two for everybody anyway.
How much are they?
Hoodies are 60.
60. All right. I got you.
That's with your shipping.
Okay. Cool, man. I'll PayPal it to you.
All right.
And I'll send it to Best Soap in the Game.
All right, peace.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, I will have all sizes in a couple days because I got to order more because we sold out of just about everything, every size, but them few I had. So thank you guys. Everybody's been ordering the Dolly victim hoodies. Right, we done got a lot of numbers now. In Arkansas, so I'm going to replace yours, okay? I messed up the back print on hers. I didn't flip it. Sometimes I've done that before. I've accidentally done it before, so it ain't the first time I've done it. But sorry about that, Arkansas. I will replace it and send you another one. So I will order your hoodie tonight. It only takes a day to get it from Prime, okay? So I'll have more hoodies in like a day or so. I'll order them tonight before I go to bed. And they'll be here pretty quick because I live right by the Amazon building. So they just, my shit get here really quick. Sometimes I'll order something, it'll be here the same day. Like, I'm like, damn, that is quick. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I didn't think that the phone went through. I was trying to mute the TV.
Oh, okay. You made it.
Go ahead.
You good?
Okay. I just have a theory about when the DA said that they had found, no, not the DA, where she said that she had threw trash away with the baby.
Uh-huh.
I'm just curious to know if maybe, hypothetically, they found a bag with, like, what she may have abused the baby with.
That's what I'm thinking
Yes.
too, because they said, and I do remember in the press conference when they said they found a baby, that they had also found some evidence also. Now, I don't know
Right.
what that evidence was. Maybe it's something she hit the baby with.
Right? Or maybe clothing or a towel, a blanket, something like that. Nobody's really touched on that I've heard tonight. And I was just wanting to see if maybe you had thought the same thing. Or what everybody else is thinking.
I think that whatever bones they have must have some marks in it. You know what I'm saying? That believe may have been struck with something. It has to be some type of blunt force trauma.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, so maybe they have some bones that have some fractures in it that shouldn't be there, and they're saying, hey, you know, she's done hit them with something. That'd be my best guess. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, thanks.
You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, they got to have something to say this baby's been struck, because they're going to come in court with something. Images and pictures, you know, it's gruesome, but they will. They're going to show up in court and say, hey, well, there's some fractures. Dolly.
Hey, am I actually on here?
Yes, you're up here.
Oh, awesome, because I can't hear and I don't want to walk to the other room. But yeah, about what happened and how everything went down. It's really sad, but it's a cycle, you know. Billy Joe, she took so many drugs, and that's probably what she did with Leilani. She probably bonded with her over the drug usage, and one thing led to another, and it just needed to happen. I was so scared it wasn't going to happen because of how the police chief and everyone was reacting. So this is great news. This made my day.
Yeah, I was glad to see it finally, you know, wrapping up. If they'll just hit Billy Joe with something, you know, to put her in prison for a couple of years, I'd be extra happy. I feel like justice has been served.
It would be served, because if it's not for a few years, she's going to get back to her old ways, because that's what she taught Leilani. And it's just sad, man.
Yeah, and you know, Leilani was abused too. You know, we do got to take that into consideration. She was somebody who was abused. And you can tell, I can honestly, when she said she was molested as a child and she was abused, I believe her. I 100% believe her. I don't think she was lying. I think she has so much trauma in herself. She's made herself so cold, so dark, and so empty that she was capable of doing this. But it's a vicious cycle. You know, and I blame that on Billy Joe.
Exactly. So I hope they hit her with more time. I just read it on News Nation. I think it was a tweet about it. I just saw that it was on the third and the fourth. And it just makes me think, we can't say what she did or what she did it with, but it just makes me think that she went, got really high, came back, and just raged on that poor baby. So, and then she was like, oh, well, you know, I'm getting kicked out. There's some child support. So
that child support might have been what done it. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan says, careful sending Leilani comms. She's a psychopath. She'll try to latch on. Yeah. She can't latch on because she's going to be in prison the rest of her life. She ain't going to do nothing but latching on but to some chick.
She had nothing to latch on to, though.
Yeah. You know, I am going to write her. You know, I said I'd write her. I'm going to be like, hey, you know, I told you she's going to end up in prison. But you should have picked a different path. You know, if you didn't want a kid, you could have took that kid anywhere. There are people that love to have that baby boy.
Especially that babysitter.
Yeah.
That babysitter's been so strong. Oh my God, she's an angel.
Yeah. I hate seeing people. I hate seeing these roach channels attack her, because she's done nothing but good for that baby.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, by her kids, she's a good person, right? Her kids are well spoken, nice, you know. So You can tell a lot
tried
about
to
people's...
handle it. Tried to handle it and calm it down. I saw. So yeah, when she popped into her house attacking her, Billy Joe did. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So that's
Billy
all I
Joe
wanted
blaming
to say.
everybody but her daughter. And that's the shame. And she knew the whole time Leilani did that.
Well, that comes from guilt because she didn't have any other way to connect with her, and that's got to be part of it. I've had experiences myself. I'm raising an autistic little boy because I got a relationship where someone chose drugs over the family. It's never good. It's never good. So that's all I wanted to say, and thank you for having me.
All right, you have a good one, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. I love your channel. I love the mods, and it's great to be here.
Awesome. Peace.
All right, bye.
Yeah, like if she didn't want that baby, man, so many people would love to have that baby. There's people out here that can't have kids that would love to take care of that little boy. There's places you could take a baby. She wouldn't have been charged with nothing. She could have dropped him off at a fire station, a police station, a hospital, these safe havens, and you don't go to jail, right? They just take your kid, find it somebody that loves it, and you get to walk. You don't have to murder your child. That is not the answer to anything, right? Like, I can sure being a young mother is stressful, but Billy Joe raised some bad people, right? I don't know what was going on in that house to make everybody bad. I mean, I knew sometimes there's a bad apple, but that don't usually mean the whole family's bad. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This
Hey.
is Barbara in Arizona.
Hey, Barbara.
I think that's originally why Billy Joe went in the babysitter's house that day like that, because she was trying to set up an alibi.
She was trying to set up an alibi.
Not an alibi. They were going to blame it on the babysitter.
Yeah.
That the babysitter's fault.
Yeah, that the babysitter did something with the baby. She may have snatched it. They reeled that back quick, though.
Or that, because she said that she had told the babysitter not to let Leilani be alone with that baby.
Yeah. I don't know what happened that night before, but it had to happen the night before because they called her at 5:30 in the morning and said they wasn't going to need her. So by that time, he was already gone.
Yeah, Leilani was high as a kite that night. So,
Yeah.
and that little boy, the older one, I read somewhere that he doesn't talk.
What is it, Zane?
That he barely can speak. So he's already traumatized.
The older
So
one?
he'll probably grow up to be, have traumatic problems. But the baby, luckily, she is not old enough to have been affected, I don't think.
Yeah, and these poor babies, they're going to grow up with no mama, too. The two that are left, Sky and Zane. They gotta
Yeah,
grow up
but
with
you
no
know what?
mom.
Better
way better
no
off.
mama than the one they had.
Yeah, I mean, they're better off, but I'm just saying they still got to grow up without no mama.
But, Billy Joe started, well, we don't know what kind of beginning she had, but she
Danny
messed
was
up
there.
all her
Somebody
kids.
asked about Danny. Danny had to be there. Danny had to know what happened.
Oh, yeah, he should get accessory.
He's seen this abuse. He's been around it. He was dating. He has a kid with the girl. He knows.
Oh, God, more offspring.
Just thank God she didn't do nothing to the
Oh,
other
Danny, the
babies.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
I was thinking of her younger brother.
But look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
night.
Dolly.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Jennifer from Savannah.
Hey,
Jen from Savannah. So, there's a whole lot to talk about.
Okay,
Are
let's
you
do it.
still on? All right. So, as far as Billy Joe, no, she's in jail, and she's with no bond. They're trying to build the case against her, which is what we kind of felt like they should have done with Leilani.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Put her in jail till you
lock
can
her
build the
ass
case.
up. Mhm. And now they have enough on her because of her ridiculousness on YouTube with the other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they're
Ryan,
just
you're
holding
absolutely
her.
right.
Yeah, and so they're going to hold her because now they don't have to worry about. They've already got the murderer in jail.
Yeah.
So now it's the mom. Like, okay, now let's go after her because we have the chance now. She was a part of it. We know this. She's admitted it publicly. It's insane.
And she raised 2 killers.
Exactly. And you know and what's so sad is I know the family of the guy that was murdered before by her son, and they are tripping balls. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I met her.
No,
I met her out there that night. She came out there and was like, "Yo, they murdered my cousin."
Yes, and I mean it's just, and then Paul. I mean, I know. I'm not going to even state how I know, but it's
You
a
see how
sad
Paul carries
situation because,
himself already.
oh yeah, I mean he's just trash, and his in-law or whatever. I don't. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit, literally, and he knows everything. And I think I sent you a message a long time ago, or like 2 months ago, when you guys were down here about him because I know that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt. I know I can't say for a fact because I'm not in his mind.
He was the only one left in the house when they were gone.
Well, and Danny, he was still there. He was there. He called in late to work, and then he shows up like 20 minutes late.
You thought it was
only
17,
20 minutes late.
But somewhere in that general area.
Well, yeah. Okay, round it up. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. All right, 17 minutes late. And then he leaves not long after he gets there.
Yeah, he gets the call from Leilani,
abruptly.
according to them.
Yeah, well, yes. And I know somebody that works with, or did work with him, and then he dipped, and they didn't see him again. And they had no idea until I was talking to him again. I was like, hey, according to YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And cause we came out there, me and a friend of mine, who's trying to get a membership through her iPhone, and I have no idea how to use the iPhone. She can't do it. Anyway, so this dude he's telling me everything about it because I don't know if I think he was his boss, and he was like, yeah, he came in, and then he left abruptly because he got a call from the house, quote unquote, whatever. And I was like, He said, yeah, and then I see the video of him riding past the house. He never even went back home at that point.
Yeah, but you got to know that Quinton lost his life the night before. He didn't lose his life that morning.
Right. No, right. But this is all during the time that, all right, Danny was there.
Yeah.
When all this happened, period. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, unless he was out somewhere, that nobody knows about. But no, Danny was there, and then he called in late to work. I think it was because I didn't know anything about the blunt force trauma. And from what I hear locally, it was a skull. They found a skull, and which makes sense because that's the biggest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He probably had a hole or crack in it or something.
So they see that, and I was just like you and everybody else. If they find any remains, are they going to find any evidence of how he died? I mean, I was very skeptical. I didn't think it was going to happen, but they apparently found a skull. And
yeah, but if
they
that's
found
the case, if it's blunt force trauma in that house, why ain't there no blood?
Right, because if she just hit him upside the head with God knows what,
Yeah,
I mean,
it might not
I'm
have
thinking
busted
meth
his head,
pipe.
but enough to kill him because he's so
Right.
small. Yeah.
Exactly, because he's a baby.
Yeah.
He's not even a kid.
Yeah, he's
He's
a baby.
20 months. He's not even 2. He's a baby.
You're
A
absolutely
literal
right.
baby. And that's my whole thing is like people keep referring to him as a kid. No, this boy, he's a baby.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
is.
even 2 years old.
Yeah.
And that's what kills me because it's a baby. Like, you can't, you hit him with your meth pipe. I don't even know if there is such thing. I don't even know. But something, whatever they were doing, No, they don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't care about abusing her baby. And this is not the first. We all know it's not her first time abusing any of her kids. And then her mom, you back up to Billy Joe. Are you kidding me? She is a freaking nightmare. She was raised up next door to, and I, Bible to God, hand to God. The people that did this is
Had the
like 4 miles
in the
from me.
cages and stuff.
Oh my God! Yeah, my kids went to school with them, and they were like, "Yeah, it was so weird because they never showed up for school, blah blah." And I was like, "This is insane." And then she lived next door to that. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just pointing out the obvious. She's messed up.
Yeah.
She gets on TV.
I think it's drugs, though. I think
Yeah,
Billy Joe might not be so
absolutely.
crazy
She's my
clean.
language. No, she's not. Dude, look at her jaw.
I know.
I mean, come on, that's meth all day long.
That's crack. I don't think meth heads do that.
Well, I don't think she can. I think meth is the cheapest way around here, from what I hear.
I think she's
like,
smoking
meth
crack
is-
cocaine because I looked up crack jaw.
Well, she could afford it, I guess.
And I've seen meth heads, and I don't usually see their jaws running like that. I mean, I might be
Well,
wrong. I mean, I
in
stick to my
Effingham-
blunts. My face stays
Right,
in one
right.
position.
Same.
Tired.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hungry.
Yeah, if anything changes, I'm having a seizure and a stroke. Call 911.
Yeah.
But no, it's around here the same thing with meth. All the meth heads that I'm talking truck drivers. I mean, you name it. They do what they got to do back in the day. And I don't know anybody nowadays, but I know their jaw. I used to think, oh my God, what the hell is happening? You know, but their jaw's going every which way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
something's not
I
quite
ain't
right.
doing nothing that
You know
makes
what I
it
mean?
where I can't control my face.
Right. That means you better hook me up to an EEG and see if I'm having a seizure or a stroke because I don't want this to be permanent.
Yeah.
But no,
The
that's
damn
how
sure
it
ain't
is
Bell
on.
policy. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong here.
Right. God, I hope not. But test me to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
be.
hope I hope she gets clean. I thought at the time of everything going on, if she didn't have no knowledge of it or nothing, that she picked the wrong time to be on crack. I was like, Billy Joe, you need to
Well,
get clean for your family.
Yeah. But and you know what? I watched, and I swear to God, I hated to, but I had to because I wanted to see what this crazy bitch was saying when I watched.
know everybody was, and Cher knew that.
Voice-
That's
yeah,
why she did it.
Behind the trap house. Yeah, voices
Yeah, she
behind
knew
the trap
that.
house.
She
That's what I
played.
call it.
She played it as a
Absolutely.
YouTuber. She 100% played it.
Absolutely. Yes, and that's what fueled the shit in Georgia for them to attack. I mean, you got locked up, for God's sake. Are you kidding me?
I don't think Cher really supports baby killers. She supports views and clicks.
She supports
and she
money.
knew that would
in
bring
her
her.
PayPal.
Yep, that is exactly right.
Yep.
She knew if she was her opposition,
Yep.
that it was going to bring her views
Exactly.
and clicks, and that she
Exactly.
could side with the family. And all them roaches
And that's
did it.
sad.
All of them did it.
It's so, I know, and I've been trying to like weed through and find out. I've already looked up because I watched some of Molly's, and then that chick, the crazy bitch from New Jersey, with the
God.
the one that and that's just it is absurd. And
She
I
comes
text
around,
my cousin.
lock your stuff up. She's a little bit of a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and she's a liar, and that goes hand in
She
hand.
probably stole that
If you're a liar,
bullhorn.
you're a thief.
She probably stole
Probably.
that bullhorn. Probably wasn't even hers.
I wish it was from Betty because Betty would get her ass.
Yeah, she probably stole the bullhorn,
Oh.
but all the other things she shoplifted.
Oh my God, exactly. That's my thing. And I text my cousin. I was like, "Dude, what? WTF? Really? This is Savannah. This is a representation of us. You know what I mean?" And I'm a business owner in Savannah, and this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's straight bullshit.
Yeah.
And he insisted Chief Hadley was a great guy, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I was not, because I had just found out about you guys, and I actually went. Me and a friend of mine.
I don't blame Chief Hadley for me grabbing a bull.
No, I don't either.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
either.
And I think right now what they're doing is a good
But
job.
should they not have focused on the bigger? But they were, obviously. At this point, I realized they were, because all of the charges, that is insane.
I
She's
know.
getting charged for her false statement about going to get Orajel.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, that's what she gets.
Yes. And I am so happy about that. And it makes me, I retract any
You know, they'll hit you with
negativity.
some charges. They got me with disorderly conduct, and I never said a word.
Exactly.
I never was disorderly.
Right. Right. You took a bullhorn out of somebody's hand. This bitch killed a baby
Yeah.
and threw him in the dumpster.
Yeah.
You know, no, and that was what, it just irritated the depths of my soul. And now
I
I'm
mean,
like,
them courts
hopefully,
got to understand down there for people out there that were protesting. That's emotional. You're dealing with a baby,
exactly.
and then you got some
Exactly.
woman screaming about your
A
family needs to
baby.
die and things like it. It was
Yep.
this emotional thing, and like
Exactly.
you and not thinking
Yes.
you act out
How
of
can you
emotion.
not get involved? Right. How can you not feel anything from this?
Yeah,
It's
like
a baby, a God-forsaken baby.
that kept getting to me. It
And
hurt my
this-
heart down there. All of it
Oh,
did.
mine
know?
too. I went out there, and I don't do stuff like that, but my
People
friend
can
and I
say
went
I
out
did it
there.
for a click or view or whatever. Man, that
Bullshit.
shit touched
No.
my heart out there. It was breaking my heart
I
every
know.
day. I can get a
Yep.
click of view without having to put myself through that type of misery.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
I
you're
can
funny
find a
enough. You're good
yeah,
people.
I can make some shit up and get views and clicks. I don't have to put myself in a
Exactly.
situation where I'm going to end up in jail. I'm
No.
screaming, fighting,
First
it's
of all-
chaos. I don't have to
Right.
do that, you know. But that
Who
needed to be
would
done.
want to put themselves?
I don't.
I've been there. Who
I
would
don't
want to put
regret
themselves in
nothing.
that
I don't
situation?
regret nothing I did. Maybe snatching the
No.
bullhorn a little bit, but
No, you should not regret that either. Do not regret that, because
everything else I did
regardless,
from
it
my
raised
heart
awareness.
and for that baby.
Yep.
So
And we all know that. Everybody in my area knows that. And there's so many people that talk about you, and even my kids, I'm like, they're constantly sending me updates. And I was like, duh, I already know. And they're laughing because they know I went out there and they thought it was hysterical, but embarrassing because they're young, they're 20, whatever. Oh my God, Mom, you really went out there? Yes.
I
Because
just wanted
this
to bring
is-
attention to it, and I think I accomplished that
Same.
mission. You know.
Yep. You guys totally did, and I cannot thank y'all enough. I really can't. Like, it's so great to know there's good people, and now it's actually introduced me to the world of YouTube, where I can find out about cases. That you don't hear shit in Savannah.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that it's publicized. Brett Buffington announced this. He broke the news. No, he didn't. He really didn't.
He's been on it
But-
pretty good. I think, far as the news down there, he's covered it the best.
I haven't seen anything on the news. I've seen more on YouTube than I have on the news. Fact.
And I couldn't do the media thing that he does.
No.
I couldn't put the makeup on my
Mhm.
face. That's the one part I can't get. I'd rather just have a shiny ass, greasy face. But the dude got to get out. He got to
And the hoodie
put his
that
shit
says-
on, and it's
Right,
a lot
right,
to be a
right.
news guy, right? They gotta ask
Well, no, there's
permission to
not.
be there. They gotta ask the boss, can they go to this story? I'd rather just go wherever I want and do whatever the hell I
Right.
want.
And
you
your
know?
fuck you, whatever hoodie.
You don't even
yeah.
have to be a news guy. That's more. I was doing more views than the news was down there.
I know. We all know that.
So I mean,
And
you don't really
I
even
made
got to
it
be a
known-
news guy. You don't have to follow like
Right.
a set of rules. He could be his own independent journalist and probably do great.
Yeah, I think so too, and I feel like that's what he should do, because I feel like he was trying to make a name for himself, because he's the only one out of our 3 major local news stations that got up in there, and I was impressed by that. Like, look at you, little boy. I
Yeah,
like
he's in
it.
it.
Go
He's
ahead.
in the game. He'd be a great
Yeah.
YouTuber. I know he would.
Yes, he
You know what I'm
would.
saying?
Because I
he needs
agree.
to do a little spin-off or something on his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he would tear it up. Right. I don't know if he
I
can do
agree.
that. I don't know if contractually he could do that with a news station.
Right.
But he needs to
right.
do his own little thing, and he would be awesome on YouTube.
Exactly.
He's like a YouTuber. He's in the trenches.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? He's running
Yes.
up.
Well, he's young.
He's
like
he's snaky
ecstatic.
like a
He's
YouTuber.
intrigued. Yep.
I like
He's
the guy. I
excited
like the
about
guy.
it. Yeah.
Now he did.
I think
he,
about
he
Baby
did make
Gab,
some clicks
but
and
only-
views off of me now. All the pictures he posted of me.
Well, why not? I mean, he's probably starting his
I
career a
don't
little
mind
earlier
helping
than
him with the
he-
come up. I didn't get mad at none of it. You know, some of it was for
Well, hey,
shock value. The whole turtle mask with the "Will you marry me,
absolutely.
Leilani Simon."
Well,
That's a
no, that
shock
was just,
value.
first of all, that was funny. As a local, I'm telling you, we all agreed that is some funny shit. We liked it. And despite what everybody else says, nobody cares around here. No, justice has been served. And it's going to continue to be served. Mama, grandmama, Nana, Love, whatever the hell her name is, Betterton, she's going to get served too. She's not going anywhere for now. She's not going anywhere for a while.
I just hope she
They're
sits through
building
Christmas
the case.
there. If she sits through Christmas, I'll feel like,
she will.
okay, this has
She
been
will.
a good year.
If she doesn't, I will be shocked. Like,
And she's on 10,
mind
they're
blown.
saying 10 days. The other Roach channels are saying 10 days.
That's bullshit. I know. I've seen that.
Do
That's
y'all
bullshit.
know, did the locals,
The
is there any
22nd.
rumors? Is there any rumors with the locals why she went to jail? Of what the contempt
Yeah,
was for?
because she violated the gag order because she talked about the case with the kids, the surviving kids, which is even so
So
sad.
Sheridan
That's
got her
sad.
locked up.
Probably.
Yeah.
And Cher's making it so much worse, and I know she probably realizes it. She doesn't care because all she cares about is her little whatever likes. I don't even know. I don't care. She's a piece of shit. The only reason I like the fact that she's a piece of shit is because she shared so much that got Billy Joe locked up, and she's going to be locked up for as long as Leilani.
Sharon knew that going in, that what she was doing was going to get her locked up. Sharon just didn't
You
care.
think?
She knew if she played
So
opposition
she's done this
to
before.
us, she did it with Don Wells. She did the exact
Wow.
same. She did the exact same stuff. That's what I told Billy Joe. I told Billy Joe. I personally told
heard
Billy
you say
Joe
it,
she
but see, I
could
didn't
not
watch
trust
that
Cher.
case.
I was like, Cher will tell everybody everything.
Everybody said that.
I said, at least you know me. I'm telling. You know, I'll tell you up
Right.
front. I ain't gonna do no shitty,
Right.
snaky shit behind your back.
You did.
Right? And that girl
Yep,
played
you
her.
sure did.
And the whole going out front, that was all Cher. She walked her into that. So,
Oh, my
all of
God,
this, if you thank
that-
Cher for anything, thank her for
oh.
the entertainment she brought you to. Because she
Thank
did.
you.
She
No,
helped.
you know what she did? She brought more awareness to this trial in this case than anything you guys did by being here.
She helped
with
us.
Cher coming
She
in.
helped us, believe
and
it or not.
Exactly. Yes, I know she did. And whether she believes it or not, hey, thanks.
Yeah, them people would have
crackhead
never
behind the
came
wall.
out and sat in that
Yes.
front yard without.
Yeah.
The world would have never
And
got
even
to
with
see
the
how
clown
cracked
art-
out Billy Joel
Oh, my
was
God.
if it wasn't for
Right.
Cher.
I can tell you this, that there was a point at the very end, right, like the day the clown showed up, like the night before all that, I think before you guys left, me and my friends are all, like, wondering what the hell's happening with Savannah, because, I mean, we live here.
It was time for
get
it
off
to-
your ass,
It was
do
time for it
something.
to end, though.
Yeah, but I was like, all right, this is enough drama. I can't watch any more of this YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? And then it was like, boom. When I saw the clown, I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, I knew then it was a good time, a good exit, right?
Yep.
We
Y'all did
exit,
the right
clown
thing by
showed
leaving
up.
when you did.
You know, we
Yep.
ended with a clown.
It
right?
was so respectable. That's
yeah,
right.
I think it was perfect timing. The whole protest of
Yep.
it was, the timing was great of it. The attention brought to it was great. Now it's up to.
And it was already noted that Bullhorn Betty and Olivia were leaving on that same day.
Yeah, everybody
So it
knew
was
we
already
were-
public knowledge.
Yeah.
That's right.
It ain't like they
So it was
ran
good.
anybody off. We were leaving anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're not the cause for them leaving. No, they already planned on leaving, so suck that. I mean, it's just, they brought so much, they really effed Billy Joe. Or Cher did. She really did. She sucked it. I can't get over it.
Well, I
And
thought
she's
it was
still
time.
doing it.
I really thought it was time for the protest to end myself. I was like, okay, it got national attention. They're talking about it
It's
on
not
court
going
TV.
anywhere, right?
You know what I'm saying? That's all we really wanted was people to know about it, right? And I was
And
surprised,
y'all
and people
did
can
that
think
job.
I'm lying, but there was people in Savannah that didn't even know what was going on. They were stopping on the sides of the roads
I
and
know.
going, what happened? What's going on?
Well,
And you
I'm
would have
here to attest for myself and everybody in the county, surrounding counties. No, because our news was not giving us any info. The only info we had was from you guys.
Yeah,
Period.
I was surprised.
That's
by it.
why
I was like,
mean,
y'all are from here and don't know
me
about it?
too. So was I. I was like, oh my God. Are you kidding me? A baby's dumped in the dumpster and they're not even talking about it? I'm like checking Fox News every day. No, I don't want to see that. I'm in the shipping industry. I don't want to see all that sad shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just want to see positive. But then I hear about this, and I'm like, our local news is not even covering it. This is insane. And that's when I really dug in, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
like
then
even when
they're gonna
Betty
give
told the
y'all
dude,
shit?
she said, "Look, I'm a protester, not a heckler. I don't really appreciate you calling me a heckler." And then the dude goes right on the news and says 5 times hecklers.
Yep.
You know, I'm
Right.
thinking, well, that
And
ain't too respectable. You know, at
that's
least
such
Betty
a
was
dick
nice enough
move.
to give you that interview, and then you gonna get up there and disrespect like that. Like, what a little dickhead.
And back up. Exactly. Back up to where they shot them a bird in the parking lot when you were locked up.
See, I never seen none of that. I never seen that.
No. They shot them a bird.
I think I was
Who
in jail
does
at that point, wasn't I?
You were in jail. They were outside the jail protesting for you, Molly, Olivia, Betty. They all, and the cop rode by and shot them a bird. I was like, are you freaking, how?
Yeah,
So you
some
better
of them
believe I was
cops were-
texting my cousin. I was like,
That one cop out there was being real bad, you know.
And there's so many of them.
I ain't
like that.
saying nothing
is
bad
so
about them
bad.
for what I did, because
I
I grabbed
know.
the bullhorn.
Me
so,
neither.
you know, so they
Well,
did
oh
their
my
job.
God.
It is their
Calm
job.
the hell on.
But they were
Did you
messing
dump a
with
baby
people
in
for
the dumpster?
Yeah, I didn't do all that. But they were messing with people
Exactly.
for stupid shit, like stepping in the street. Like, when did it become against the law to be in the street? You know,
Right.
like
It's not.
the taxes,
Saturday
you pay the
night, I walked
taxes
across.
there, and don't that go to
Yep.
the streets? You can't be in the damn street. I thought it was a free country, you know. And
Right.
then just trying to take people's rights away. You know, you can't loiter here.
no.
Well, we ain't loitering.
Mm-mm.
This is a protest. That's different than
Exactly.
loitering. Okay,
They don't
loitering is
know.
I had standing around with no cause.
Mhm.
I'm out here standing around
Mhm.
with a cause. That's called protesting. That's like taking your
The
rights.
fact
That's
they
shit
put
that
a
they can get
sign
sued
in front of
and
her
shit
house?
over. Yeah, they put
Dude,
the
the
sign
fact
up.
they
I
put
wonder if
the
they took the
sign
sign
that
down.
blue.
Is the sign still there?
Yes, of course they did. Yeah, it's still down. They put it up because y'all were here. It's insane. Like I'm
Yeah, but
living
couldn't
here.
they just
thinking,
take
what
those down and put
the
them
hell?
somewhere they need it? Like somewhere that people do loiter?
Exactly. Like downtown.
Yeah, where they're living in the alleys and
Yeah.
pissing. Everything smells like straight piss.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe it. I
Or
was like,
horse shit.
I was trying to
It's
hold
either
my
piss
breath.
or you have to.
It's such a beautiful place to smell like piss.
It could be. It used to be. And I don't even get it. Like, I went downtown this past Saturday night. My phone was stolen. I haven't been downtown in
Put
10
out
years.
some
Well,
public restrooms or porta potties everywhere.
Oh
That's
my-
what the beach does. They got porta potties everywhere because they don't want the beach smell like piss. So they put bathrooms
Right.
everywhere because they know it's a public area where there's going to be lots of people. Like I was walking around, there's
Well-
no public restrooms, there's no porta potties, and everything smells like piss.
a lot has to do with the whole county, city, division, inversion. I don't know. There's a whole lot of political BS, period. And I'll leave it at that. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah, they
I
need to
thought
clean
it
that
was
up a little
over.
bit. They need to clean
Yeah,
downtown
that was
up a little
like
bit.
that's 2000 late. It's so 2000 late in my opinion. 2000 late because that's some shit I heard about before I moved to Effingham County. You know what I mean? Like no, that was some Chatham County stuff that my office is in Chatham County, but my home is here, and I'm like, wow, it's still going on, and it is, and that's what I think causes. And that's just again my opinion.
Yeah.
People can say what they want.
Well,
you
look,
know what I mean.
I appreciate you calling in, and I'll be back
Me
down
too.
there here shortly in Savannah. Hopefully everything goes good for me because I like Savannah. It'd be a place I'd like to hang out and chill. But if
I
they
feel
want to
like
do me dirty,
you're-
I ain't gonna hang out there.
Nah, I feel like your charges have been dropped. If you have not gotten a court date, you.
Oh, I
feel
don't
like
think they're dropped.
Based on what I heard,
I
feel
think
like,
they will be
I
dropped.
feel like have you got any kind of notifications, mail, or anything?
Nuh-uh.
Okay, well then you need to call them. If
Well,
they
no,
don't
my
give you
bondsman
anything,
will
I think
reach
it's
out
dropped.
to me and let me know when
Right.
everything is. They got money up
I
on me,
still
so I'm
think
sure
you
they're
can call
gonna let me
because I think
know.
it's dropped.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, for
And
sure.
plus, I'm not
I
too
feel like you should
worried about
call.
the charges. I didn't hurt nobody. They ain't gonna do me
Oh
so
my
much
God,
anyway.
no. They're not going to do anything. I feel like you should call.
And
let
I was
that
under,
ease your mind.
that emotional distress of that kid being,
Yeah.
there's a lot to it. It was an emotional thing.
Exactly.
So
And
it
not only
wasn't
that,
like
I mean, the woman
wanted to
was
hurt
like
anybody or
verbally abusing you. No, she was verbally abusing you. So boom,
I know.
that's a lot.
Verbally assaulting me.
Assaulting, exactly. Verbally assaulting. Well, have a good night.
All right, you be good.
All right, you too.
Peace. All right, there you go, Savannah local. It's like, maybe a couple of the neighbors didn't like us, but for the most part, everybody in Savannah treated us super great. They came out there. They were glad to have us there. They were glad to have us covering it. I believe it did end at the right time. It was getting chaotic and crazier and crazier. So, but it was started out like good, Hold on, callers, so I can talk for a second. Let me close this. No, I ain't gonna close it. But, it was started out good. When we went there, we didn't know that Quinton was in a landfill. We thought he was missing. So we actually went there to search for Quinton. The very first day we were there, he was still missing. That night we found out, hold on, callers, that he was in a landfill. So we had missing person flyers, and we were going to go around searching, handing out flyers, things of that nature. And we learned that he was dead. It was never meant to be a protest. Not on our end. As we were out there, people started showing up. And kept showing up more and more and more. And then it got to where we would leave, and a whole different crew of people would show up. A night crew. They called themselves the night crew. Some of these people were on Facebook, and these were the people that were doing a lot of more of the crazier, running up to the house, beating on the windows, blocking the driveway, that playing the baby crying, and these types of things. Okay? But that took a life of itself. Like, we never said, hey, come out here and do any of these things. You know what I'm saying? People, and a lot of these things that were going on were a lot of things from people from Savannah. So they wasn't hecklers when the news were saying, well, there's heck. No. These are your people. These are people, the only two people out here that really ain't from here is me and Betty. Everybody else is from here. Right? All these people you see out there, they were from Savannah. We didn't bring those people there with us. So all those people you're seeing out there, they were local people. And so that for their news people to call them hecklers instead of showing them respect that they're out there protesting for a baby, I don't know. I think that's why the locals didn't have so much respect for the news. Dolly.
Hey, good evening, Dolly. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing really good, actually. Thank you for asking. Actually, I called in this morning. I did a little shout out to my mama, and I just one more time, if you don't mind.
I remember.
She hasn't been feeling well. Okay, good, good. By the way, my name's Becca. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Hey, Becca.
But hey, Dolly. Anyway, I just want to say, hey, Mama. I know she's watching, and she hasn't been feeling well, so I just want her to feel better. And just know I love her. And I love all of y'all.
Awesome.
I just want to say good evening again. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I love your show. And I just have to say, that last caller, oh my goodness.
Oh, your goodness.
Well, because she's local.
Mm-hmm.
And right, and she was holding back, and I can tell, and there were some things she slipped out that I felt like you may have some footage or some things that went down that we don't even know about, and I'm just thinking, oh my goodness.
Oh, I know I do. I know I got some stuff that y'all don't know about. I do for sure on my phone, because some of it, like, I wasn't live, like even when Billy Joe got up in my face and stuff, I wasn't live, but I pulled my phone out. And I recorded it.
Yes, sir. Thank God, because I saw that. To be honest, I saw you doing that, recording it from Bullhorn Betty's live when you weren't streaming.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe she did capture that on tape when Billy Joe got in my face.
But yeah, and you had your phone, and then I kept switching back to see if you were live. I was back.
I was just
anyway,
videotaping
and I do know
close.
some things had to be, kind of, wrapped down or whatever you want to call it because of YouTube and whatnots and whatever. But your last caller and just everything, oh goodness. Okay, let me slow down. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
A little excited, but I have a couple things. One, your last caller, just great. Again, just speaks to your abilities or able to make connections, and your heart shines through. So anyway, that being said, here's the thing. I think, and you said it, you called it with the pearls, but I don't think that's a string of pearls. That's called a rope.
Yeah.
Because I think what we just saw play out here, if we see it play out right, where justice really is served, this is a dang old, making a case for how to not get away with murder TV show, because that DA, that smirk and her face, and there's so many things. So one, okay.
I hope she adds one more set of pearls to that chain.
I think she
the
might be adding
Leilani
too.
pearls.
I don't think that's a collection of pearls. No, not nobody wants. Anyway, excuse me.
That's everybody's on death row.
Ooh, that just made my skin crawl. Well, here's what I'm saying, is now watching it and looking back, because I was right there with Betty and you, but you had a different angle from the beginning, and that was kind of clear. Anyway, we'll go back to that later maybe, but I was right there with the, what the H is going on with, Chatham County, as you said it, and really this chief and the whole dang thing. And now what I'm realizing is this dang old DA with her damn rope of pearls threw that rope out there and let these people hang themselves, as we would say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
She seemed confident. Her confidence scared me. I'm like, man, I hope she ain't that confident when I go down there.
Oh, honey, no, I'm pretty much saying
that smile seemed like
you
going to prison. That was like, yeah, she's going to prison forever. Smile, like.
Oh, she got her. She doesn't. I don't know if Georgia. I said I'm from Texas. We have the death penalty,
I think
and I
they
can't
have the
even
death penalty
speak
in
on.
Georgia. I think they do. I'm not positive.
They did too. I think they're. Listen.
They should.
I will say this. I'm the first person. I'm all about the Innocence Project, and I'm all about we better be. But there's some cases where I'm sorry, I can't.
I agree with that too.
Again, I'm from Texas, so this. I can't speak on this.
Proof, the 100% proof is you. There shouldn't be these long, drawn out appeals. You should be executed.
That's it. That's it.
Especially like these spree killers where they got you on video doing it. There shouldn't be long court trials for something we witnessed and everybody seen you do it. You video broadcasted it yourself. These people should be executed quickly. It shouldn't be 20 years on death row taking care of somebody or none of that. It should be like, all right, you done. I do agree with appeals that sometimes innocent people end up in jail, and they end up on death row, and they should be given that time. But if you just clearly 100, there's no doubt it's you. Yeah, they should execute these people. Why take care of them? They're monsters.
Amen. Well, amen. And you had this evening's callers were. You're always phenomenal, and I love the way you conversate with anybody. And really and truly, though, your callers saying, "Shout out, Bishi, I'm with you on that." Hang these. Anyway, sorry, that was a side note. I will get back to what I will say is this. What I believe, after seeing that little bit you showed of that press conference, because I hadn't seen it yet. I've been busy. And so, anyway, your little rope of pearls, Miss Ma'am, I believe, might have used you and others in her tactic of this case, because here's the facts, right? What we do know is we have... I can't even really say it. It makes me sick, and it makes my throat clog up. When you think about it.
Okay, don't start crying. You'll get me.
But
crying.
what we know.
We gotta stick together here.
Okay, we're with it. We got a baby straight in the damn dump. Okay, sure. There's lots of reasons why, but there really ain't none, not any. And we have all the other things behind it. But what you do have is a defense attorney's dream of a case, really, right? If you're worth your salt in anything, this isn't a hard one where you have a lot of plausible doubt. Was it an accident? You got the pool. You got drugs. You got all of it, right? So it's easy. It's easy. And then you got all these other people, which I'm right with you, Dolly, right with you, who didn't say, you won't ever fucking put your hands on this child again like this. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay. All right. I'm sorry, sir. I am so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Like I said, it's an emotional
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like even when I was down there, it was emotional for me. That's why I acted out of character, because it's an emotional thing, and sometimes that stress will, get to you.
I can't imagine. And then being, provocation is a real, real, real thing, right? It's the type of provocation that you guys were subjected to with whatever that was. It was unreal. Anyway, we see your heart, Dolly. It's not a question, not a doubt. Anyway, I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'll wrap it up. Okay. What I believe that you guys may have been used as part of her tactic for building this case, because what you do have is a lot of room for plausible doubt. What I do think might be the thing we forget is all that where they blacked out the windows and all that. Do y'all remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, when they put the signs up.
Way back. They blacked out I don't know if it was FBI or whoever went in, and they blacked out all the windows, and they did all the, we think, testing.
Yeah, for blood.
And they came out. Yeah, okay, there you go. I don't mean to be graphic. I guess I hear people say this. Okay, trigger warning. I really don't like saying that. That feels really lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just say, out of respect for baby Quinton, I think there could have probably, that's the evidence that shows there was some sort
kind
of
foul play. That they may have found some blood early on.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's possible. Yeah. Even when they found Quinton, they said they had found some other evidence too, and maybe that could be a murder weapon.
Oh.
She didn't just throw the baby away. She threw the baby away in something else, because they did say when they found Quinton, they found other evidence. Check my messenger. Okay, Tiffany.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I definitely, wow, that's interesting. Well, what I will say is no matter what, you all did, I believe, absolutely end up being a real key part, actually, in bringing out. Yeah, I really do. I think it's pretty clear. I think some of those smiles on Mrs. Pearl, I don't know her name, that DA who is probably somebody to watch, y'all. I just got a vibe from her. But anyway, that rope of pearls around her neck, I think she threw it out there and let these people hang themselves. And I do think Danny, I have hard feelings about anybody that witnessed any of this shit and let it go on, and excuse my language again. And that's where I don't know how we start drawing these lines of, it's one thing to get a solid case and really, really get whatever you need to lock it down, to get that Leilani and whomever in jail forever, if not dead, in my opinion, be gone. But I don't know how we negotiate these things with these people that I don't know.
Well, I hope they get locked up for a good bit, and we don't, people learn around there that there's better options than offing your kid. Just say no to drugs and take care of your loved ones. I mean, and speaking of which, Tiffany, be safe. My daughter's at a concert tonight. Oh. Tiffany, be safe out there. All right, because she just sent me pictures from the concert. She's like, check your messenger, and it's pictures of the concert. So,
oh my God, I love
be
it.
safe. Have fun.
Is it too much time?
Huh?
Have fun, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Rock
have
out.
fun.
Wait,
Be
who's
careful.
she sing?
Right, be safe. Watch your surroundings.
Let your daddy know when you leave the concert.
Yeah, especially when you get home.
And when you get home. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dolly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've listened to the band she wanted to see, and it's absolutely horrible.
Who is it? Who is it? Can you say? Or no, don't say no.
She was
no,
playing
don't
it
say.
in the car the other day, and I just wanted to beat my head on anything,
Oh, no.
It's
okay.
real mellow music, though. It's not real heavy or nothing, but it's just like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Is it because it's lacking instrumental talent and it's all?
Oh, she's already home.
I'm just asking.
Home. Okay, so she's good.
Oh, God bless it. Okay. Good job, Tiff. Sorry. Okay. Good job, Daddy. Okay. Well, listen, sir, I will let you get back to it. Thank you again for letting me shout out to my mama again and for everything you do.
Okay, no problem. You be safe. Be good. Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
She was sweet. Get him, Lo. Lo was on the prowl. So, the Fronts Bottoms is the name of the band. The Front Bottoms. That just sounds like a bad name for a band. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
Oh, hi. So nice to talk to you.
Awesome. Nice to talk to you, too.
I love you and Lolo so much.
Lolo's vicious right now.
Anyway.
She's in attack mode.
Is she?
No, she's sleeping.
Aww.
She barked. She woke up. She heard a noise and she barked. And then she laid her head back down.
She's so cute. I'm so happy you got her back.
I'm happy I got her back. I sleep better at night.
I know you are. Isn't it? It's like a family member being taken, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when I wake up with Lolo in the morning, she's always in my face and like it makes me in a better mood. So, I don't know. I seem to wake up in a better mood with Lolo with me.
Yes, I got a puppy baby too, and I sleep with them too.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're always there when you come home. They're not judgmental. They love you no matter what.
Lolo's telling
But
me
anyway,
she wants a Slim Jim. Okay.
have you touched on the subject of Quinton's father, his real father? Because I remember when Quinton died, either it was right before he died. I believe it was right before he died. His mother died.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quinton passed away. He lost his mother. Then he lost his baby. And then it was the week that I just a couple days before she got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all in the mix. Everybody was all in the mix of everything. And his father went driving in his car, and he was on a country road, and it was dark, and his car broke down, or he ran out of gas. Something happened, and another car came and ran him over and killed his father.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's.
Did you know that?
Yeah, because he was changing the tire, and then everybody was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he was changing the tire, and he lost his mom, his dad, and his kid.
And his baby.
All in the same month.
I want to say God bless him. And
Okay,
if
Lolo
you
got
ever
her
reach
Slim
out to
Jim.
him, aw, Lolo.
Yes.
You know, when Lolo come back that day, I was watching you. I was so happy.
That's what
and
Lolo
I thought,
gets
man,
at
we
1,000 likes. When we hit 1,000 likes, Lolo gets a piece of a Slim Jim. So that's a good.
1,000 likes. Yay!
So I used the
Well,
dog
that
as
night you
light
did.
leverage.
You were packaging soap.
Uh-huh.
After that, and I thought, man, we should have a bar of Lolo soap.
A bar of Lolo soap. What do you think about that, Lolo?
Yeah, for all our Lolo places.
Yeah,
no.
Your Lolo places. I hear you. Got jokes tonight, huh?
Well, after we hang up so I can turn my volume back up, I want you to give me a Billy Jaw. I love how you say it.
Billy Jawbone?
Yeah.
Billy Jawbone Betterton? How?
Yes.
Aliases.
Billy Jawbone.
Billy Jawbone. But that's old Billy Jawbone. We go way back. We go
way back.
back when she was scoring crack in Savannah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, back in the day. Good old days.
Old Cadillacs with two flats.
I got a cold. Don't mind my raspiness.
You all right.
But that's all I wanted to say. And, if you ever reach out to Quinton's real father, I hope you can interview him or maybe talk to him on the phone and just let him know that the people here on YouTube love him and that we're, our condolences.
He was going through so much stuff at that time. I never reached out to him or anything. I had his number, but I never did try to reach out to him because I was just like, yo, this dude, what can you say to a dude that just lost his mama, his daddy, his
my
kid?
gosh.
He don't wanna
Yeah,
hear
and he's
shit
probably
from
not
me.
ready to talk.
Yeah, he don't want to hear shit from me, so I never even tried to reach out to him.
Well, they were mentioning the funeral and this and that, and, I remember Bill Jawbone
Now,
saying
here's the
she was going
thing
to...
is if they were going to give Quinton back to Billy Jawbone, who are they going to give her to now? She's in jail.
They weren't never going to give him back. They won't even give the other ones back.
No,
there's
I'm
no
saying
way
the
in heck they would
remains.
get... Oh, there's no
They got to
way.
get him remains to a family member. And
Right,
they
the
were
father,
saying that
right?
they
Wouldn't
were,
that
no, they
wouldn't
were
it make
saying
sense that her
it would go to the dad? I would think so too, but for some
Yes.
reason they were saying that Billy Joe was getting the remains because she
Oh,
had
no
custody
way.
of the child. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what I've heard.
Well, I'm
And that
sure
Bubba
that was a
Moss
rumor.
wasn't going to get custody the remains of the kid. So who gets the remains if Billy Joe's in jail? It would have to be Bubba
Yeah,
Moss.
Daddy'll get them.
The dad would where the
His
baby
dad
should go
will.
anyway. But I don't think
And
he
I
can
wish
afford
that,
it. I don't think he can afford it, because it comes with a cost. You got to bury the child.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we could do an interview and maybe donate to have his burial.
Yeah, they got to figure
You know,
out.
there's enough YouTube.
Yeah, they got to figure out what they're going to do first. I
Right.
guess, with seeing the situation,
Right, and
that
we may
now
not
Billy
find
Joe's
out.
in jail, and who do they return the remains to? You know, who's going to have the
Right,
funeral
Daddy.
for the baby?
I'm sure Daddy would have got them.
And I'm saying,
anyway,
I was thinking it was Billy Joe because they were already putting the obituary in the thing, and it said the Quinton was survived by Leilani. I don't know why they mentioned the people that kill him, but you know, it is.
Well,
what
it depends on who the paper talked to.
I'm assuming they talked to Billy Joe.
Whoever they talked to is who wrote the writing, right?
Yeah, Billy Joe.
So they might have talked to her and not the father. I don't know.
I don't know. He's been quiet about it, and from my understanding, that Billy Jawbone was
poor
supposed to get the
man.
remains, and I was like, I can't believe that. Why wouldn't they give it to the
That's
father?
just wrong.
You know,
Right.
even if you're the worst dad in the world, it's still your child.
Yes. Yeah. We don't know anything about him, but he sure in the hell didn't do what Leilani did, right?
Yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't kill the baby. He didn't beat it with nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even if he
Right.
didn't pay child support, he ain't that bad of a guy. He didn't kill the baby. You know, at least give it back to
Right.
him. You know, that's what I would think.
Oh my
but
gosh.
That don't seem to be the case from what I understand. And if she's
Well-
only in jail for 10 days, then she'll be out in time for all that, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless they
My
really
dog
is
heard
an
you
open
say you were
invest-
giving your dog a treat.
Uh-oh. Now all the dogs want a treat.
Yep. There he just had his too, so
Okay, well, you be good, and I will talk to you next time.
thank you, Dolly.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, guys, I got time for probably one more call, and then I'm going to take a little break and go get me some food somewhere, and then I will be back live later tonight. I will just be packing soap and printing T-shirts. You're more than welcome to join me if you want, but it's just going to be packing shit, doing soap and shit. Like, I still talk true crime while I'm doing it, but it's more me working in the studio. Dolly.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, Chrissy.
I miss you.
I miss you. How you
Well,
been?
How you been?
I've been waiting on my Christmas present from you.
Oh, I'm waiting on. That's
I ain't
funny.
see it in the mail. I ain't see it in
That's
the mail.
funny
Chrissy.
because I'm waiting on mine from you.
Are you? We both
Yeah.
waiting. Oh.
We're both waiting. So we're
Okay.
both in the same boat.
Okay. So what's up with you, Chrissy?
How are you?
I mean,
I'm just living my best life.
Your best life? Don't go
Yes,
chasing
getting ready for the
waterfalls
house.
now.
Just getting ready for the holidays, and I'm making soup right now, and it's just a lot. But I just want to give a shout out to all of them guys and law enforcement who dug through that trash for
Yes.
all of them months. You know,
And that hot
It's
Georgia
fine.
ass heat too with mosquitoes. Let's don't forget that.
yeah. Do you know how much of him they found, or?
I don't know. I mean, people are rumoring they found his skull, and I mean, there's really no telling. You know, the amount of time that he was out there, I don't think they found much of him, to be honest.
Well, they must have found enough to know it was blunt
They didn't
trauma.
find all of them, because I remember when they found them, they said they don't know if the search was going to continue because they found partial remains. So that
Well, they
means
must
there's
have
more
found
remains
enough
out there.
to. Yeah, but enough to
Any
know
of
that
it.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because at first they were saying that she smothered him, I thought.
I don't know. I never heard anybody say anything about smothering them.
Oh, I thought that's what I don't know.
I've
Oh,
heard
I
people
don't
say the
know.
baby might have drowned in the pool. I've heard, I thought from the jump she beat the baby to death because everybody told me that she was abusing the baby so openly.
Right.
That, if
But
you're
can I
beating the
ask you
baby like
something?
that.
Do you think that without drugs she would have beat that baby, or do you think she only was abusive while she was under some kind of influence or something? Or
do you think?
I mean, sure, she was probably under the influence. Because
No, I know, but
always,
I'm
they
saying,
look
was
like
she?
they wake up and start partying.
I just think it's. I mean, everybody loses in a situation like this. I mean, everybody loses.
Yeah, but
I
like by
mean,
the
I
end of
don't.
this, like I said, all that nice stuff that Billy Joe has will be gone.
Right,
She
but I
zigged when
do.
she
I
should
mean,
have zagged. It
I
happens.
guess I'm an empath or whatever, but I just feel like they were all, they were all. She was abused. Billy Joel was probably abused. They were all abused, and it's a cycle. I guess it's no excuse, but I think that the mother, Billy Joel, wanted that babysitter while she worked. She probably thought, like, don't let the kids with. She probably knew her daughter was crazy or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta know your daughter's crazy.
And she probably said, don't leave the kids unattended. Like, that was her way of protecting them. I do believe she should get some prison time, but she's not the one that killed that baby. I mean, the daughter did, and I think you'll do anything to protect your daughter probably, but I just think that she did the best by, I think she's broken. They're all broken. They're all broken. It's so sad.
I guess, but if she had not protected Leilani and this kid would have went into a foster home, this kid would still be alive. She wouldn't be in jail.
Right. She probably had a fighter there for it. She probably had she probably, I just feel bad for everybody. That's all I'm saying. I don't celebrate. I mean, of course I like the justice.
I mean, I don't wish jail on people that don't deserve to be in jail. Like, that's,
right.
I don't wish death and jail on people. Leilani, I kind of
Right.
wish jail on. Billy Joe, I kind of wish jail on. Because I just think they need to be there. Now, Billy Joe, not for as long. I don't, but she needs to pay for neglecting that child, leaving it with her daughter. That I do think, and I ain't saying it needs to be 20 years or 10 years or nothing like that, but she does need to do a little bit of time for neglecting her grandchild. And
She's just, them kids were never loved. Like, Leilani was never loved. I'm sure the mother was never loved. That's why they were around all the abuse, the sexual abuse, what is that brother said, trauma. What kind of trauma?
I don't know what
For
kind of
him.
trauma he had.
That's what I'm saying. I just think we don't know what went on behind closed doors, and I think we just have to pray for everybody, because I think everybody loses. It's so sad. But that baby, he's just an innocent little angel. He didn't have to suffer.
Yeah, I know. She'll pay with the rest of her life, and like I said, in the afterlife, she'll pay there too.
Right, but she didn't get the love you know what I mean? She never saw love, or she never. Do you think people are really born like that, like the narcissist, or do you think it's learned behavior? That's what I don't know.
I think that was learned. I don't know.
Learned
I think Billy
from the
Joe's
mother.
bipolar as shit, and Leilani, she just don't have no emotion other than anger. Like, that's the only thing I seen from her was coldness.
Because
and
she had
anger.
so much pain in her own
She
life.
seemed so
I think she
distant.
had so much.
Right.
Yeah, she had so much pain.
She seemed like
She
she was
just
just off in
reeking
her
with
own
pain.
little world somewhere in her
Well,
head.
because they didn't have a mother that loved them, and how can you have a house full of 3 murderers? How many murderers? 2?
I do believe she has mental problems, but I don't think it's enough not to put her in prison. But she does have some mental conditions. Leilani does.
Right, and
You can just tell.
they do drugs for coping. They cope. That's how they cope.
I don't know if they're doing it for. I think they're doing it to get high. I don't know if they're doing it to cope. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, that's why people
she won't
become.
never
They
do it again.
self-medicate.
She won't never do it again. At the way that prosecutor looks, she ain't never getting out of prison.
Can I ask you something? I want to ask you, where is Monkey? I mean, how come they haven't found Monkey?
I have no clue. It was blowing my mind. Like, where is that little boy at? And if you got the people, like, what do you do at this point? The people are crazy. Like, they got crazy.
No, but I
people.
mean, remember they went to the other house to do another search on another house in the neighborhood? What did they find there?
Nothing. They haven't found them. If they found them, they'd be all over the news. They ain't found them. That's the crazy thing. They got the people. They believe. They just ain't got him.
Well, they traveled. They put them
And
somewhere when they were traveling.
The police, the two people the police were looking for, said they've made contact with those people. So they've talked to the people that were there. I don't know. I was pretty confident when they started digging in that backyard that they had it.
Yes.
I was like, this
You
is
mean,
done.
but then
Thank
they
God,
went to them.
right?
Didn't they dig in the neighbors? Did they dig in the neighbors?
They did sonar stuff in the neighbor's yard to see if there was any anomalies, and if they found any anomalies, they were going to dig.
What does that mean, Kenny?
That if anything seemed out of place in the yard, like if there was a structure in the ground, or if there was ground that was disturbed, or there was a patch of dirt, there was, you know what I'm saying? So they were looking for things like that. And if they found any of that, they were going to dig the yard up. But I'm assuming they didn't find any of that at the next door neighbor's house. Now, I did hear they were digging a few miles down the road, but still nothing. Nothing. And the lady's batshit crazy. She can't even stand trial right now.
Yeah,
The Sarah Wandra, they're saying she's crazy. Stacy in jail hasn't been charged with anything yet other than the gun charge that he's in there for.
You know what gets me? If people want babies, right, because she couldn't get pregnant or they want babies, why would you take a baby and do harm to it? Wouldn't you think that you would keep a baby and love it?
Yeah.
Why would you steal a baby and hurt it? If you want to be a mama so bad.
I don't know.
You know,
People are crazy. But Chrissy, I'm going to get ready to get out of here.
Okay. Bye, Jimmy.
I need to get me some food in me. It was good talking to you, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you.
Happy holidays. And get my gift.
Okay. It's in the mail.
What you going to get me?
The same thing I got you last year. Just a newer version.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
What you get me? What you get me, Chrissy? You know what I want?
I got you something really, really nice.
Really nice.
I wrapped it up in a bow, and I'm going to send it to you.
You're going to send it to me? Okay. I'll be looking for it.
Okay, bye.
We'll check my mailbox every day. All right, later.
Bye. Bye.
All right, that was Chrissy. All right, phone lines are closed. Look, I appreciate everybody coming by, kicking it with me tonight, celebrating Leilani. 19 charges, okay? We could have turned it into a Christmas carol. 19 charges to Christmas, Leilani. But it is what it is, all jokes aside. At least there's some justice for this little boy. Now, it'd be good to see some justice for these people in this thumbnail up here. The Idaho 4. The 4 college students brutally slain. Still nothing real big on that. No new information coming out on the car that I didn't, since the picture's up there, I want to tap you in on the latest on that real fast before I go. Still not a whole lot. Okay? So they haven't recovered the car yet, not to my knowledge. So, if you're out there and you see that car, report it to the authorities. Jimmy is so freaking funny. Sometimes. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you guys in like an hour. I'm just going to go get me some food, and then I'll be live from my laptop just doing stuff around the studio. But if you want to come through and hang out with me while I'm making t-shirts and shit like that, you're more than welcome to. And if you haven't yet, make sure you like the video on the way out. Drop some comments. It helps us in the algorithm. And Turtle Gang, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace.